In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Wardrobe.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
What are you doing in death?
I've been hanging a lot with JFK, and he's the life of the party, let me tell you.
Why would he be the life of the party?
At the party, he's the one that goes around with the Doritos, and he fills his head with salsa.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Just words. Just words.
Hi.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Wake up.
Good morning, Pittsburgh. How are ya?
Hi, Pittsburgh.
Haven't said hi to Pittsburgh in a while. Who else do you want to say hi to this morning?
Oh,
how about
Grandma?
Providence? Grandma's dead, man.
Oh, no. I still got one left.
You do?
Yeah.
Good for you.
She's in a home. Don't laugh at my grandma.
No, there was just a funny little line coming in on instant feedback.
She's in a home. She has moments of clarity.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah. Poor Grammy. Poor grandma.
You visit her?
No. I'm a bad grandson. I should, but I don't know. I'm from the school of thought that I like remembering people how I remember them, full of vim and vigor. And I don't know. It's one of those things. What do you want to go to the home? My mom goes. She's like in her 90s, you know. So my mom goes and just tells me stories about how she was talking about, she'll just be saying hi and everything, and then she'll talk about relatives that have been dead for 40 years.
Oh,
saying
God.
I saw them last night, or, Rosemary, you're supposed to go to school.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Whose mother? Your mom's or dad's?
Yeah, my mom's.
You'd rather drive your Shelby than visit Grammy.
I would like to be a nice guy and do it, but it would be too depressing. I don't like depressing things. That's why when people end up in the hospital and stuff, I'm like, I gotta go in there, and it's depressing.
Well, no one likes it.
I know.
We go for them.
Yeah.
But are you really?
Yes, you just suck it up.
You don't visit old people for you.
Yeah, no, I know, right?
Anthony, I love this place.
Anthony goes there hoping they're going to throw him a party or something.
Oh, the prunes are fantastic. No, it's one of those things where, it's not just like you're seeing a friend in the hospital. Maybe I made a mistake there. It's not like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
It's not the same person to me. It's not like, I remember Grandma going over there for holidays, and she's there making the sauce and stuff, things like that. What am I going to do? Sit in the chair and be like, hey, how you doing? What? Who are you? Kind of a thing.
She's still making sauce.
Yeah, well.
In her bed.
No. See, now that... I'm
sorry.
I see. I don't even know those details. I hope not.
I just feel like I could make fun because I've made fun of my own grandma.
I know.
Maybe it's inappropriate.
Well,
I apologize to Anthony's mama.
She's making sauce and it's being stirred by a giant orderly.
Well, that's what I was getting at, but I was just trying to keep it a little vague, Jimmy. Thanks.
That's horrid.
Oh, it's hard, but when I was talking about All the Way May, you had no problem jumping on board.
That's right. Neither did anyone else, apparently.
Easy.
That All the Way May.
She's a nun.
heading toward 100. Leave her alone.
Once they're dead, you can talk about them. I don't know. It seems to be the ground rules. My father's mother, just carte blanche on that one.
Yeah, she's a great aunt anyway that I never met, so whatever. Have fun, boys.
So you don't. When was the last time you saw her?
Sometimes my mommy will pick her up and take her to family little events, Christmas, things like that, and kind of sit at the table and. It's not much to say. You go up, you give her a little kiss on the cheek, and go, "Hi, Grandma."
Does your mommy do the right thing and they change the holidays every hour to make it look like she's she's at every holiday?
I've never heard of that gag. What do you just do it all in one day so that they think that you've taken them out?
You have Thanksgiving in the dining room and you're setting up a birthday party in the living room. And
so soon?
And you're setting up a Christmas thing down in the basement and you just rotate around the house.
You just walk them through the holidays.
Walk them through the holidays and bring them back to the home and they feel much better. Like they're a part of things still.
No, I never heard of that gag. That sounds pretty good though. Might have to utilize that one. It just sucks. Some people can get old and they're fine. I don't know. And then some other people, they kind of lose it. I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
And it's not even Alzheimer's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's just old?
It's like some kind of old dementia. Dementia sounds more fun than Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Dementia is just like you're like, woo!
Dementia sounds
I'm demented.
Dementia sounds like, you're just on shrooms the whole time.
Yeah. It kind of sounds like that, right?
Wow, this is cool. Like you understand what's going on deep in your brain. Like you understand your body doesn't work as well, but you're enjoying the trip.
It's not like Alzheimer's where I don't remember you. It's like, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm seeing like hallucinations. This is great.
Dementia, you're saving the world in your own mind while you're shuffling into a wall. Much to the amusement of everybody else.
Don't be outraged. We're cartoons.
Right.
You're listening to cartoon characters, so don't be outraged.
They're just cartoons.
How was that, Coke Logic? See how I worked that in? and I worked that in for Coke Logic because he's working on animation for the Virus Tour. And he writes, could you please work in a bit about being cartoons in today's show? I'm working on an animation for the Virus Tour. There you go. There you go, Coke Logic.
Does this help? I'm no cartoon. I'm a real man.
No, you're not.
You're animated.
If you're a real man, turn sideways.
See, you can't.
See?
You're two-dimensional.
See? See, you're a cartoon,
in every way possible.
One-dimensional.
Former one-dimensional.
All right. Well,
yeah.
I don't even know why we started talking about that, but that's the beauty of this fine radio show. The ONA virus spreading across America. Phone number 877-212-5762. We got to say hi to all the yuffers out there. What's up, yuffers?
Who's yuffing? Or is it yiffing?
Yeah, but now it'll always be yuffing for our show.
Yeah.
So
it's a plushy term.
Yeah.
Things that
well, the guy blew it. I guess the term really is yiffing, but he was explaining how we were talking about that game Second Life, and you go through this virtual world, and there's yuffers that kind of just jump on you while you're trying to
live your second life online.
Live your second life online, sure, and you're getting violated by people in like stuffed animal outfits.
Yes, if you see some guy in a stuffed bunny costume coming after you with some type of appendage that he's bought online, get ready to be yuffed.
Yeah,
and that apparently equals being sexually assaulted. Your little video game character being sexually assaulted online.
All right, so good morning to the yuffers.
The yuffers or yiffers or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess I'm flattered. I made a bit. Some dude put this together overnight. I'll explain in a second, but listen to this. If you're one of them gangsters walking around disrespecting me and you go to them gangsters running your mouth talking about me, if you one of them pranksters flying around making rumors about me, say if you're one of them gangsters, just wait until the boogeyman come for you. It's my ditto, me, myself, and my voodoo crew. You just don't know. We'll get your mommy, we'll get your daddy, and we'll get you, your grandma too, and your dog. We'll get your mommy, we'll get your daddy, and we'll get you, your grandma too, and your dog.
Fell off the stage.
That's Mira Craig. I was reading her lyrics yesterday on the show. She's our stage diving chick that we love because she stage dove into the wood floor, basically. No one caught her. And she shattered, both her knees, we learned yesterday? So we got the lyrics of the song she was singing just before she stage dived, and then someone put it to music, obviously. Bluto came up with that.
Bluto?
Yeah, came up with that. Came up with that overnight, so there you go.
Good, you can rap. You got some chops.
Imagine it becomes just like a massive hit and I have to leave the show.
Yeah, let's imagine that.
Oh, I could dream.
Slow down.
I could dream. I'm going to leave this crap behind. Imagine as a goof I do rap lyrics and someone's like, wow, he's the new Eminem. My God.
Yeah, because you don't know. You're right, because you don't know what's good or not. I don't think we're educated enough to really know what good hip-hop or bad hip-hop is.
No, what's his name was huge with, girl, you got what I need.
Yeah. Girl, you got what I need.
Biz Markie, thank you.
Yeah, Biz Markie.
He stinks, but he became huge.
Yep.
So maybe I'm the next Biz Markie. I stink, but I become huge.
Could be.
And then everyone just walks around going, I just don't get it. But it's on every radio station.
Playing it like crazy. What the hell is this? This is bigger than Rick D's Disco Duck.
Oh, God.
Remember the Rappin' Duke?
Oof. Huh?
Do you remember the Rappin' Duke? It was some awful John Wayne rap.
Oh.
Remember that?
And John Wayne was actually rapping in it?
Oh, no, John Wayne
was long dead.
Oh, okay.
40 pounds of treats in his colon, laying in a casket somewhere.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Yeah, 40 pounds of food.
Yeah.
The old Duke. All he probably wanted was a malt liquor and a steak.
Yeah, a few cigarettes.
40 pounds of grizzle. Yeah, 40 pounds of grizzle.
Grizzle. Big bones, T-bones.
Yeah, well. All right.
I also had a great time driving home yesterday.
What happened? Hopefully you got pulled over again.
No, not pulled over. Apparently, I didn't really take much interest in a story that was being told to me walking into the building yesterday from Master Poe. Master Poe. Apparently, when he adjusts my rearview mirror, which I have to have done probably 10,000 times in my vehicle, and he's constantly hitting my OnStar buttons. He's constantly hitting them, I think, just to converse with somebody.
Well, did you explain?
Hello, OnStar.
Did you explain that you drive into the city and you get out, and then Master Poe just helps you out and takes your car a mere block?
Yeah, a block and a half.
And half the time you get the car back, and there's always some weird problem with it. Like all of a sudden, there's a lot of Spanish stations on your radio.
Yeah. Spanish stations
all programmed in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Spanish stations on there. The mirrors are all adjusted, and the seat height is changed.
Just to drive a little over a block.
Once my navigation system was set for Ohio. I'm not kidding. I'm not making any accusations here. I'm just saying once I got into my car, and it was set for Ohio.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that was all about. So he said yesterday while we were walking in, he goes, I accidentally hit your OnStar again. I was like, oh my, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, what button? Because there's the red cross button on there, which instantly gets the emergency service. And then there's a white button, which you hit, and it's a built-in phone, and it's voice activated. So it's completely hands-free. It says, number please, and I'll say something like, Jimmy Norton. And then it'll say, calling Jimmy Norton. I'll have and then Jimmy Norton gets called from my car.
Understand.
Well, I go to call my girl, so I hit the button, and it goes, number please, and I say, baby, because that's what I have her in there.
Oh, that's adorable.
My baby. So I go, baby, and it goes, calling Opie. So I quickly hit the button.
Because that's just creepy.
Yeah, I hit the button.
On so many levels.
So I go, well, I must have said it wrong because sometimes the voice recognition it doesn't pick up right. So I hit it again, and it says number, and I say, baby, calling Opie. It's like this, really creepy. And, of course, the third time it happens again. Baby, calling Opie. Yeah. Then I just, hung up, realized what must have happened. Somehow baby got erased from my the memory on my car, so I had to reinstall.
Yeah, but you
baby.
got a new baby.
New baby. It's Opie. It was so like I was getting mad at my vehicle for mocking me. It's like calling Opie. You homo. Like, no, I'm not calling Opie. Opie is not my baby. Where's my baby? No, I don't have OnQueer. It's OnStar. Yeah. It wasn't calling. Baby wasn't in the vehicle. It had been extracted, and all I could think, because Master Poe is then telling me, so I hit the button, and I'm saying, like, no. It goes, you know, because would you like to place a call number? And he's going, no, stop, eject. But he's just saying things into the OnStar thing, and it's not understanding him. So I'm just thinking at some point he must have said delete or something like it, and it just deleted baby from the memory. And it's just constantly something. I get in there, my seat's all the way back. I got to pull it up 20 feet.
He drives a lousy block and a half with your car every day. Oh, man. That's funny.
It is something. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Bert in Philly listening on WISP, he writes on Instant Feedback, John Wayne was the rapping Duke. Meanwhile, Opie is the rapping douche.
Oh.
We got the rapping Duke? All right, let's take a listen to this.
Awful.
Go.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Wow. We actually have it?
It was actually a very popular song.
What year?
I don't know. 80s, I think.
Sounds old school. Oh, this is going to be bad, right?
So you think you're bad with your rap? Well, I'll tell ya, Pilgrim, I started the crap. When you were in diapers and wetting the sheets, I was at the Ponderosa rapping to the beat. Da-ha, da-ha, da-ha.
I remember this.
Sure, I rustled some cattle did the sheep, but my main was rapping to the beat. I don't bother nobody, I'm a real nice guy, kinda laid back like a dead fly. Da-ha, 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 da-ha.
Okay, I can't. I'm tapping out.
I'm talking here and now. Later for the cattle and rustling the cow. If I had a chance to do a repeat, you can bet your sweet dippy I'd be rapping to the beat. Da-ha, da-ha.
Oh, my God.
Da-ha.
Oh, my God.
This sucks.
Que pasa, amigos?
Oh, my God.
This sucks.
Not a pasa, I see.
Oh, my God.
200.
I made an ass of myself.
Oh, my God. Turn it off.
I'm sorry I did that. I'm embarrassed that I did that.
Turn it off.
Oh.
Hey, Master Poe, what's going on?
Good morning, Opie.
Master Poe. You know, when we were walking in yesterday, you were explaining the OnStar thing, and we kind of reached the office before you really gave me the details of what happened, and I started thinking, he said that he hit the OnStar, and that, like, something happened and you were trying to get it to stop, but then we kind of didn't finish the story. How did that end? What happened with the OnStar?
Well, I was just trying to stop it from talking. It kept on talking. It asked me what phone number I wanted to dial, and I said, I don't want to dial a number.
You said that.
I'm saying no.
He's talking to my car.
He's trying to stop us from talking. What are you, in the mafia?
Master Poe is skilled in martial arts, but, you know, he's scared of Anthony's car. He doesn't know how to take on a car yet.
I would have put your car in a chokehold, and that would have shut it up.
Basically, Anthony wants you to stop fiddling with his buttons.
Master Poe likes to fiddle.
Just stop fiddling.
He's fiddling.
He presses the ones that he thinks are pretty, like the Red Cross.
Have you ever hit the emergency button on the OnStar?
The emergency button?
Yeah, where the live person comes on and chats with you.
No, I've never done that. Why? You want me to?
No, I was just wondering, because I remember a time back you hit a button, and I believe it was the live person that actually came on.
Why are you just hitting all these buttons to drive a block?
You know, I'm not too sure. I tend to hit things. Not
just stop fiddling.
He's fiddling.
Fiddling.
People are saying I should have an ejection seat button.
I put like a big thing on it that just says "push here" with a smiley face.
All right.
So how did that end? Because somehow my girlfriend's number got taken out of my my vehicle's memory.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. It was talking, and I said no. I kept on saying no, and finally it decided to stop talking.
He's fighting your car every morning.
It's a battle.
It's a battle.
It's the Escalade against Poe in a no-holds-barred match.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
No! No, 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 no! No! No, 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 no! No!
Is that Poe in my car?
Yeah, just losing it. Hey, all right, Poe, we got to take a break.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Anthony was very polite how he talked about this on the air. You should hear him behind the scenes, though, man. It's ugly.
Behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes, it's ugly what he's saying.
Poe's a born killer. He protects me on the street.
He just wants you to stop fiddling.
Fiddling.
All right, Poe.
I'll make sure I don't touch anything anymore.
All right, there he goes, Master Poe. He's a professional killer. Tom from Westbury, can you guys get Roland to do the Mira Craig lyrics?
Oh.
Is Roland in today? Oh, great. He'll do the Mira Craig lyrics. We're trying to find a rap star among us. Obviously, I'm not going to be the one. But maybe it's Roland. You never know. Maybe Roland becomes the next Biz Markie.
That could be.
All right. Take a quick break. We'll continue.
You have to lose a few pounds first.
Biz Markie was a big boy.
I think that's the point.
Yeah, why don't we play that to break? A little Drew Boogie as we go to break. It's Opie and Anthony. Hey, good morning. How's everybody today?
My eggs are running.
Ew.
Your eggs are running?
Yeah. Runny. Nice. You want me to just pick them up and throw them on your back? Something you're used to?
No.
No.
It's Opie and Anthony.
Hi.
No Filter Paul and Dugout Doug today. What's going on? Two Uber fans of the Opie and Anthony show. We got the ONA Traveling Virus Comedy Tour 10 days out from today.
Yes.
June 16th, of course, Jones Beach, a Saturday. We can't wait.
Yeah.
Playing Long Island, doing something on Long Island for the first time in a long time.
Yep. Back home, as they say. And, there's some kind of power struggle going on.
Yeah.
There's these constant little power struggles going on within the Opie and Anthony community. The community of message board people, the community of people that are involved with things like the assaults on the media that we used to have on this show and other things that we're up to. And there's these little power plays going on. And some people feel they're being left out or passed over when we go to somebody else for a bid idea or to set something up. So there's constantly this battle going on.
Well, part of the ONA Traveling Virus Comedy Tour, you got the 8 or 9 comedians on the stage. You got Ant and I doing our thing and showing videos and bringing people up. We also have the ONA Village. We're really trying to give you as much as humanly possible for your buck.
Yep.
For your buckaroony.
It's a whole day of hanging out and having a good time.
Yeah.
With your friends and then with the comedians. There's
it starts with the tailgating.
Parking lot tailgating. Actually, that is hysterical.
Actually, when we did the show in Jersey, and we're going to Jersey again this year, they started their festivities at a rest area.
Yep.
And then they did the tailgating. And then they did the ONA Village. And then they finally went into the venue to check out the comedians from the show.
And then after that was a huge signing.
Signing for like, what, 2 hours, I think? At least 2 hours?
So this goes on for hours, and it's just a lot of things to do, a lot of things to see. And It's a blast. I love when one of my favorite parts is taking that stupid golf cart and driving through the parking lot during the tailgating.
Yeah.
And hanging out and having a couple of beers with the people that are hanging. They're cooking. Chicks are flashing. It's just a great party atmosphere.
My favorite part of last year was when Jimmy was mooning.
Oh,
the parking lot from the golf cart.
I wanted him to fall off the golf cart and scar up that perfect boyish butt of his.
That video is still out there somewhere. Good luck finding it.
Just go to perfect.com.
It's on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. I think it's on Break, too.
Well, just
I like Break.
Throw Jim Norton in the search, and you'll probably find him mooning everybody from a golf cart. So
it's fun, though, man, because all the fans are just animals. They're drinking, and it was actually a really cool hang, man. I never mind being around the listeners. They're as long as they don't touch you.
Just
in the
don't
face
touch
area.
me.
I don't mind shaking hands or back clapping. Just no facial.
We really have the greatest audience because they know how to party and rock, and never a problem.
Nah, having a good time. Oh, not good.
I know, but never a problem for the most part. And what do we got? We got the 4 mezzanine tickets for $69. That's a special they're running for the Jones Beach show, June 16th. We'll be there. Brought to you by Bud Light. Always worth it. You can get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com. You can go to our MySpace page for the Virus Tour. It's called just Virus Tour, one word, and you get all the info. And if they're doing the right thing, if Pete is smart enough, he would have the Jim Norton mooning video up there.
Yeah.
And the other videos we did on tour last year, because we filmed some stuff as we're at the venue and stuff. Like the shower scene with us three was very, very cool. That should be up on Virus Tour on MySpace. Virus Tour, one word.
Maybe they won't show anything with nudity in it at all on MySpace. I mean, that might be even an ass might get you dumped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm only guessing, but they seem pretty.
That's too bad because those videos will help sell the show. It just shows some of the fun we're having with this damn thing. So we're gonna have Dugout Doug and No Filter Paul try to talk it out because. As part of the ONA Village, because we love our listeners so much, we gave the listeners, or actually the pest, which are hardcore listeners, a booth in the ONA Village, and they're allowed to do whatever the hell they want with it. We don't tell them.
Yeah.
They can come up with the craziest idea. We're not going to stop them.
Do what you want. You're on display.
Right.
And apparently there's some kind of a power play going on as to who is in charge of this booth. And who's organizing it. And I think Doug is upset because he thinks No Filter Paul's in charge.
Well, we're going to have to get Kenny involved because I think Kenny...
He was the one delegating responsibility?
I think Kenny bypassed Dugout Doug, went to No Filter Paul, and I think that's where this whole thing started. Right, Kenny? Kenny!
Oh, boy.
Is that how it started?
Hello. Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Kenny.
And what I don't mean to...
Well said.
Correct you, but what you said about like they have free reign with the booth isn't exactly true because these people need to be kept tight reins on.
Oh, okay. So Kenny is kind of you're the big boss. You're overseeing what goes on.
Well, yeah, I'm coordinating with the pests for the pest booth and the petting zoo.
And the person you're coordinating through seems to be No Filter Paul.
Well. Last year, General Bam seemed to take the lead in things, and now I don't know. Yes. I haven't heard of him. I don't know if
Where's
he's still.
He been?
Yeah, like
I have no idea.
Maybe he lost stature in the ONA community because that's what it all is with these people.
Yeah, it's a mob mentality. You get some new.
Here's what I've noticed:
you get some new guys taking out hits on the other guys.
Yeah, it is a mob mentality. Because here's what I've noticed all through the years, and for people that don't think this is true, it is because I've seen it happen throughout years and years of this. When people get a little too popular. Like, you'll get a few personalities that'll rise above the rest as far as message board people go, or people that do little bits for the show, people that are on the air a lot. They get people will resent them. And then they'll try their best to chop them down.
Right.
And eliminate them so to better give them a chance to rise to the top.
Well, General Bam lost a little... I need that! General Bam lost a little power because he started the F-Free FM chant during the Halloween broadcast.
All right. And then Ope went off on him.
Well, he thought it would be a great idea to start a F-Free FM chant as we're trying to broadcast live, which made it impossible for us to broadcast live because you have what? How many people were there? Close to 1,000 people?
Yeah.
800 people, something like that. 800 people all screaming the F word as we're live on regular radio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is that helping us?
Yeah, that really wasn't helpful.
Like in the end, you're hurting us. Well, aren't you supposed to be supporting us?
Yeah.
But he thought that was supporting us, but I would argue it wasn't supporting us because we couldn't do what we're here to do, which is broadcast to people.
Right.
But I got over it, but I don't know. I think
he apologized, I think.
Yeah.
That was over.
I'm past that, but that, I think, knocked his status down just a little bit. Was
he demoted?
Within the pest community.
From general, did he go down to something?
I don't know, but I think there's going to be a new chant.
Colonel.
I think there's going to be a new chant at Jones Beach, by the way, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So now it's Dugout Doug and No Filter Paul, and you went to No Filter Paul for ideas for the pest booth?
Well, the thing is, two heads are always better than one.
Right.
So, we want to get as many people involved as possible in the situation.
Oh,
all right?
Jesus.
Doug had volunteered his input, all right? And, coincidentally, I happen to talk to Paul on a regular basis because he's involved with Jimmy's merchandise. So
the cocaine or the heroin? Which merchandise?
Oh, Aunt, don't even go there.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. The commodities we'll refer to them.
Commodities.
So I talk to Paul frequently, and I wanted to get him involved.
And then what happened?
And I guess.
And then what happened?
I don't want to speak for anybody else when they're not here to defend themselves or put their 2 cents in. But my take on it is somebody got insulted because they weren't the big shot anymore.
There was a lack of respect.
Right. Well, we got No Filter Paul in studio, and Paul, a little advice to you: you shouldn't wear layers. It makes your head even smaller.
God, absolutely.
Right? This guy you should walk around with just topless.
Because your head is
unusually small to begin with, and then you wear layers because it's a little chilly in New York today, and it makes you got like a shrunken head look to you.
Shrunken head.
He looks like Mancow if you took Mancow's stupid head and threw it in like an oven or a microwave for a
made
couple
a shrinky dink out of it.
Made a shrinky dink out of Mancow's skull.
It looks like he insulted the daughter of a witch doctor.
Got a teeny little head, man.
His head poking out. You know what it looks like with the hood around it? It looks like if you put on what was the robot from Lost in Space? If a person put that outfit on and then took the helmet off.
Yeah, you look like a Disney character without the head on. There you go. Very good.
Morning, Paul.
Yeah, nice to see you guys again.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, whatever. Don't make believe we like each other. You're here for a bit.
Hello to all my friends and Opie.
I like you, Paul.
Who? Iraq and who else?
Okay.
I like Paul. He's just really obnoxious, though.
Okay, you can look at me. It bombed.
No, I wouldn't even say it bombed. We're all determining how true it is. I wouldn't say that was a bomb.
2 Club Soda Kenny from Dugout Doug. Is this worth reading there, E-Rock? I'm going through it right now. Okay, we got Dugout Doug on the line here. Dugout Doug, what's going on, buddy?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
By the way,
Doug.
By the way, thanks for all you do.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to acknowledge that right off the bat. Thank you for all you've done.
I'm taking it. I'm the jaded one.
As we left the show yesterday, you would have been the jaded one. Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I can play that role.
You're the scorned bitch.
So what happened? What's going on here?
I don't really know, but I can tell you that I wasn't upset about anything. Back in March when the virus stuff was first announced, I think that email that E-Rock just passed you was the email that I was trying to get in touch with Kenny. Because I think Kenny had called me and said, hey, I remember you were doing the pest booth last year. Will you be doing it again? I told him in the phone call, I said, I'd be more than happy to help out. And he said, okay, well, come up with some ideas, get the ball rolling, get with me at the end of the week. I think that's the last time I talked to him.
Well, did you get back to him?
I had called him and left him voicemails 5 times. And if you take a look at that email that E-Rock gave you, I actually had emailed Jimmy and asked Jimmy what the story was. And he said, well, I don't know. Kenny's handling it. I had gotten an email back in May saying I'll be in touch. And that's the last I heard of anything.
Did I email you back? I didn't remember that. I'm sure I did, but...
I'm not really going to say what it was. You had told E-Rock for me to send you my information.
Okay.
I assumed it was the Pest Booth, but it was something else.
Okay.
All right, so are you mad at No Filter Paul? You mad at Kenny? You don't give a crap? Where are we at?
What happened was probably about, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks ago, Paul had sent me a private message saying, well, people on the boards, just take a step back, people on the boards are going, what's up with the Pest Booth, what's up with the Pest Booth? And I'm going, I don't know. I tried a couple months ago. The first couple things I asked were, what were the venues that were going to have a Pest Booth? Because I remember you guys said not all the venues were going to have them. So I wasn't going to...
Yeah, like Mohegan Sun, I don't think is going to have the ONA Village because it's indoors at a casino.
Yeah.
So, but most of the places, yeah, we're going to have the ONA Village, which means a Pest Booth.
I wasn't going to ask people to volunteer if we weren't sure if their venue was going to do it. The second thing was last year, your other radio company had given us some money. And that's what we got our prizes with and our gear with.
Oh, you need a budget.
The second thing I needed to know was the budget, which is in that email there. I had nothing to go on. And then 2 weeks ago, which is really cutting it close, is the first I heard from Paul.
Paul, comment?
Yeah, basically, Kenny had chased up saying that, he hadn't heard back from Doug and all of that. So he said, he's really busy with your HBO thing. So can you get hold of Doug and see where he's at? And that's what I did. And I guess Doug got a little upset thinking I'd taken over the Pest Booth, which I absolutely haven't.
Booth
with an F.
So are you guys working together, or what's
right now? They want money. Otherwise, we have a ton of ideas that a lot of people post on the board, which I made a list of. But
what are some of the ideas for the Pest Booth?
Oh, wait a minute. When you called Doug, he thought you were calling as an authority figure, kind of like saying, "All right, what's going on here, Doug?"
Yeah, pretty much. When the sentence started with, Kenny asked me to call you and.
Okay.
So I don't know how that panned out. But,
What I think one of the big problems was with that is, if you look at that email, too, I had just changed cell phones. So apparently Paul said that he was calling me, but he was calling my old number. So I wasn't even getting his voicemails until I saw his posts probably about, like I said, 2 weeks ago. And I never actually talked to Paul. I just kind of said, what happened here? Do you snake yourself in there and take this over?
Oh.
I mean, I wasn't really jaded or anything. It was just someone tell me, so I stopped doing whatever I'm doing.
All right, what do you got, Paul?
Well, I thought it might have something to do with some of the posts you made on an unnamed message board about you being done with the pests. Could that be why you didn't reply in the calls?
No, Paul, I just said that if you take a look at that first email I sent to Kenny, the first line says, Kenny, I have a new phone number, so if you call me, call this number. That would not be the phone number that you have.
I have both your numbers. I called both.
I could sit here for 2 hours and tell you I never got your call.
All right, so what's the point to all this?
The point is, we've only got 10 days to get this together.
Yeah.
Who's forking out the money for the prizes? And then the rest of it, I'll get people to do. If Doug's busy, whatever, that's fine.
So you guys don't have a budget at this point?
No, we have a list of stupid ideas.
All right, let's hear your ideas. Maybe.
No, don't put the word "my" in these.
All right.
Well, actually, one of my favorites, which I'd like to take credit for, but I think it was either Redding or Coke Lodge's idea, was to have a game where you have to throw food into E-Rock's mouth.
Fro?
Yeah, fro.
What's that? Now, the real E-Rock, or?
Well, I thought that's what they meant, which I didn't think Eric would do that, but no, they meant like cardboard cutouts, and you have to throw stuff in.
So you got to throw food into E-Rock's mouth.
And what do you win?
Well, if the budget's $1, not a lot.
Okay.
Oh my God, the Pest Booth's gonna suck.
Exactly.
Yeah. No one knows what they're doing. What's happening?
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, you guys got to get together. What are some of the other ideas?
Some kind of pest gong show where people just go up there and think they're funny and we just gong them off pretty quickly. The deaf karaoke you guys did in studio would be kind of funny.
Yep.
I wanted to do the Duncan booth. I thought people would love to dunk me, but there's talk about insurance and this clown guy's coming back again.
Yeah, we got the obnoxious clown in the donkey booth this year at the ONA Village. So,
some kind of boob pong where you throw a ball into a cleavage, but it'll be a fat dude's cleavage and not something attractive.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Hey, that's why I didn't say mine. So anyway, Doug, I'm going to put my list down right now, and why don't we talk about what you would do?
Let me tell you something, and this is the only reason why when I saw Paul was doing this thing, I don't think I caused a huff. I mean, you say I caused a huff. I don't think that happened. I just kind of said, okay, all yours. Because basically, I know Paul is the kind of guy that needs love from anybody he can get it from.
Ooh.
And last year, you guys spent about 2 shows a couple of times, during the show, mocking these stupid ideas that were put out for the Pest Booth. Paul, those are the dumbest ideas. You don't think that E-Rock's got to do something before these shows? He's going to come and have someone throw freaking mayo packets in his mouth?
We already said that would be a cardboard cutout face. Are you paying attention, or are you still asleep in Virginia?
I concentrated on, yes, the time's different here.
Exactly.
I concentrated on 3 things last year with the Pest Booth. 1, we wanted to make it fun. 2, we wanted to give as much to the fans as possible. And 3, we wanted to see bodacious tatas. Hence, we had the Andrea Yates challenge where the women were dunking balls in water, getting their breasts wet, and flashing them all over the place. What's better than that?
Yeah, boobs always win.
Yeah, the problem with that is half the ideas.
All right, listen. So, Doug, do you have ideas for the Pest Booth?
I haven't put a lot of time into it because the last time I heard anything was March.
All right, how about this? We give you, a few days to come up with some ideas for the Pest Booth. And then how about we decide as a show what the Pests are going to do?
We actually had a couple of things going. I got to go back and read it. But we had a couple of decent ideas going. We were trying to, once again, get some women topless, which everybody always likes.
I think the key is to have, wet T-shirts or boobage.
Yeah, exactly. Someone had an idea with somehow trying to get girls to hang their panties on a tree, and at the final show, we can give you guys a big tree full of panties and stuff like that. You guys can put in the studio. But see,
what the hell are we going to do with that? Make soup?
Big panty. Oh, yeah. Stir them up in a big pot of boiling water.
Can you imagine 80% of them would be 50 feet across?
Hey, not all our women are messes.
Now, you got some good women.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well...
Really good eggs, if you saw the pictures last year. There was a lot.
All right.
I was only at the PNC show. But there was a lot of flashes.
So, Doug, obviously the Pest Booth, it's still open. It's anyone's call here. I mean, why don't you come up with some ideas? We'll check back with you on Friday, and we'll see where we're at.
Okay, the big thing is just figuring out, what we have. You know what I mean? We this stuff doesn't pay for itself, obviously. And
why do you guys hate each other? No Filter Paul and Dugout Doug.
I got no problem with Doug.
Oh, no?
No, I don't hate Paul either. Paul's a pain in the butt, but
language, Doug.
He really gets under your skin.
I've read some stuff where each of them have bashed each other on various boards and stuff, though. Yeah.
Yeah, on time. It's been a gun.
Somebody actually, I just saw a post that said, "No Filter Paul is a nice fellow," and your response was, "What are you, insane?"
Yeah, Doug, thanks for that.
Good. Nice one, Paul. You left the K off. That's good.
That's really smart.
That's
right there.
good.
All right, Doug, we're going to let you go.
All right, guys.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Well, we didn't accomplish anything with this 15 minutes.
But no, I think we did because we found out that the Pest Booth is right now, it's Bosnia. It's just, I thought they were all I'm why aren't we hearing ideas and stuff like that? It's because they're in disarray behind this.
Right.
Well, now we know that we have to get that. We wouldn't have known this till 2 days before.
Yeah, let's say hi to Kramer in Pittsburgh. It's all about Pittsburgh this morning. What's up, Kramer?
All right, guys. Here's the deal. I want to do a stunt for the show.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to get my chest branded. I want the word hate branded on my chest.
The word hate branded on your chest.
All right, how are we getting this done?
I want to, within the next month, I want to come up to New York, get that done, but I want to get my new song played on the radio.
No problem. No problem.
If you want to...
Done. Book it.
If you want to brand the word hate into your chest, and we'll play a song for you.
Where? On one of your pecs, obviously?
Sounds reasonable.
I didn't hear what you said, Opie.
On your pec?
Yeah, right on my pecs, man.
And do you have the hate thing all made and everything?
Oh, I can make it up. I've done brandings on the back of guys' necks, but I never got one done myself.
I have never seen that live. I would love to check that out.
Gotta stink.
Wait, what do you do with the branding? What do you do?
You heat it up and just pop.
How long does it hurt for?
Black?
Probably a couple weeks, and then the worst part is like the itching that you get from what I hear.
Yeah, the black fraternities and the sororities, they're big into the branding.
They do, right?
Also, some of the football.
But nobody does their chest, though.
Some of the football programs, they do this. They do it as well. It's hardcore, man.
Yeah, they brand like the. A lot of those black fraternities will brand the arm, like.
Yeah. I've seen it in black fraternities. I don't see many white guys branding themselves.
I think white people tattoos show up better.
Yeah, hey, Kramer.
Yeah.
We're all in. Hold on the line. We'll figure this out. What's the name of your band?
Crimes Against Humanity.
Nice.
That's like a fun group. What do you guys do? Like light pop?
Yeah, we're on lines of Britney Spears.
Are you an emo band?
What's the name of the song, dude?
Basically, the song, we're even just trying to get a name for the song, but it's just about, Satan wanting to get back into heaven.
Satan want to get back into heaven?
I think we're calling it Ascent, the song.
Okay.
He doesn't want to get up there to, have fun, though. He wants to kind of trash the place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't assume he wanted to get up there and everything was hunky-dory.
You would have called the song, Hey, I didn't mean it.
All right, cool. Kramer, hold on the line. We'll have you brand hate on your chest live on the air, and we'll get your band played. No problem.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
That is easy. All right, hold on. Get Kramer's info. We got to take a break. No filter, Paul. Thanks. Just go hang out somewhere else. If we need you, we'll call you back into the studio.
No problem.
We'll roll you back in.
And then we got to figure out the pest booth for the ONA traveling virus, obviously. There's still not an idea from you guys. Go to Virus Tour, one word for all the info on the ONA Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. 8 or 9 comedians you know and love from the show. Matter of fact, we'll give away a pair of tickets right now to a random caller. Give us a call, 877-212-5762. These are tickets for the Jones Beach Show, which is 10 days out, June 16th, a week from Saturday. Brought to you by Bud Light. Always worth it. Call now and we'll give you tickets. Just make sure you can use them, okay? It's Opie and Anthony.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. We tell you how to get a WOW sticker, but we can't plug the website.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Let's not forget about WOW. It's alive and well, especially on Pal Talk. We're watching the listeners listen to the radio show, and we got a bunch of ladies wowing us today, so thank you very much for that. WOW is very simple. You get a WOW sticker, you throw it on the back of your car, you make a homemade WOW sign, you write it in the dirt. WOW represents Whip 'em Out Wednesday. There are women out there, they will see the WOWs, and they will flash you as you drive to your boring job.
Yep, nice little waker-upper for your commute.
Breaking news, of course.
Yeah, we got the Pope Mobile was attacked. Nothing happened to the Pope. CNN just showed the video about 20 times in a row. Over and over again. Some dope jumps out of the crowd right in front of a security guy, by the way.
Yeah.
But he got past that guy, and he was able to hang on to the Pope Mobile as he's slowly riding by, waving.
Yeah, the Pope's waving, and the guy's being kind of dragged by the Pope Mobile because he's holding on to the back, and he's got 5 security guys trying to pull him off. Finally gets him off of the back of it, and they just kind of pile on top of him.
And the Pope didn't even flinch.
No, the Pope just kept waving.
So much for having that connection with God. He didn't even know what was going on behind him, 2 feet.
Maybe he did, and he's so connected he knew it was nothing.
Good point, true. Jimmy.
Just keep waving, don't worry.
Hey, that guy lunged about probably, he missed him by what, maybe 1.5 feet? 2 feet?
He was right there.
But
he was hanging on to the back.
It didn't look like he had a weapon or anything.
No.
He didn't have a bomb strapped to him. It looked like he was just trying to... What? He was going to try to strangle the Pope?
If he had a bomb strapped to him, they all would have been dead.
But he might not have gotten that close because of, someone said he was indoors.
Well, actually, now we're finding out he was in St. Peter's Square.
Oh, see?
They got some security in that area. You're not just walking in that area with a bomb strapped to you.
Never know.
Vatican City, so... that's your video of the day. They're showing it over and over and over again on CNN especially. Yeah, he didn't have any, there was no bubble. After he got shot, they had a bubble, and this guy had no bubble. He looked like a dude from Milwaukee that could easily be at a Brewers game. He had that look, right? He had that look. It didn't look too threatening. He looked a little...
crazy look on his face. Just a fan of the Pope.
He looked like he might have had a few pops and said, hey, well, but basically what we were talking about last week, where you get that urge.
Yeah.
To run on the field at a sporting event.
I'm going to do it, man.
Right. Or you go to a live taping of something and your mind starts going, man, I think I could just run on that stage and do something stupid.
And then normal people just don't do it.
Right.
You think about it and the consequences, and you don't do it. But then you get those people maybe a little drunk or a little crazy.
Yeah.
They do it.
They do it. Well,
that guy was all caught up in the moment of the Pope, perhaps.
The security wasn't that great. It took a little while to really control the guy.
Yeah. And he had to jump over one of the security guys.
Over the barrier right in front of one of the security guys.
Passing. That would have been a touchdown.
He yelled, ONA Party Rock.
All right, we got Club Soda Kenny still in the studio. We started this bit yesterday, but basically we got the staff to go through the female playbook, and that would be like Cosmo and all those women's magazines that are on the newsstands.
Yeah, the ladies' magazines,
and they got some interesting covers where it's like sex tips from guys. Women are reading this stuff, all the how to make your orgasm last twice as long. Yeah, you've seen the magazines a million times. So we got the staff behind the scenes to go through all the female magazines and pick out some of their favorite articles that they came across.
Are women really learning stuff from this? Do they really read this and trade the ideas with each other? You know what I read in Cosmo? It was a guy's point of view on what they like during sex. And I think it's very handy. Let me give you some tips. Or do they just thumb through it like we would and just go, oh, what a bunch of crap?
I don't know. Maybe the women could call and tell us.
I have no idea.
Because the one we did the other day, like how to keep your man awake after sex, was completely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's how to keep that spark and passion going after the sex is over with. So you're all done, and you're supposed to keep this passion going. Meanwhile, you're both exhausted. You're sweating.
Yeah, if you have a really good...
You're picking hairs off your girlfriend's chest that came out of your head and chest.
You're collecting all the items and putting them in the dishwasher.
Oh, feeling all stupid now that it's over.
Right.
There's just something about that release.
That blow-up sheep seemed like a good idea when we were all horned up. But now,
what happened?
But now that we're done, this looks ridiculous.
We were all revved up and saucy, and now this stuff just looks silly laying here.
You gotta throw. You gotta wash it. It looks like the Seattle Space Needle has chocolate pudding on it.
Oh God!
Throw that in the dishwasher. Take the plates out first.
Yeah, you basically have a bunch of utensils you usually use to make chocolate chip cookies. It's like what?
That seemed like a good idea. You got to clean up and wash your hands.
Yeah, well, this article about how to keep them interested after sex. If you're in a really good relationship, you don't mind that your guys, crashing after sex.
Yeah.
Half the time, the women want to crash after sex.
Of course.
Either that or start cleaning because they got this crazy energy. The hell is that about? Anyway.
Crazy energy. It's all about just passing out.
But I think if you're in a weird relationship and you're thinking, you need a little more passion and lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting that. So that's what why this article was written. So you want to try to get him to take a shower with you after you have sex.
Afterwards.
You want to try to have him give you a back rub after sex. You want to have stimulating conversation after sex. That's just not happening.
We're not interested.
No.
And
chemically, we're not interested.
And you're just a mess after sex, too. You're just a mess. There's no massaging or like I said, when we're talking about it, a shower after sex is purely meant to clean up. It's not like this sexy thing. Before sex, a shower, great.
Right.
Gets you in the mood.
All the stuff we just talked about, great before sex.
I'll tell you.
Back rubs.
There's probably nothing better than standing in a shower with your girl and her soaping up her hands and washing you a little bit. That's like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a great moment.
But after sex, you want to go into hiding.
No, and it looks bad.
That's what I mean.
You're squatting like a caveman, just scrubbing areas that don't see the light of day.
Like I said the other day, you're doing the soap scoop.
The soap scoop. You got one leg up.
Right.
You're like Captain Morgan.
Plus the
one leg up and you're scrubbing away.
After painting a mustache on, you're wiping one off.
After sex, though, you guys want to go into hiding because you don't have good presentation. The last thing you want to do is be nude.
You've lost all
presentation.
Yeah, presentation. You've lost what makes a ballpark Frank so nice when you cook them.
True. Standing there like a shivering infant. Gunk all over you. It sucks.
Let's go to Venetia. Venetia, what's your name there? Doll? Huh?
Venetia.
Ugh. Why Venetia?
How the hell should I know? My mother named me that.
You don't like that name?
I've never heard the name Venetia before.
She was named after blinds.
Just Venetian blinds, Kenny.
Please.
That's please hold.
Hold on.
There you go.
You're listening in Buffalo?
Oh, yeah.
I would guess that you're close to a fruit street.
Nah. I'm the fruit belt.
I just went local there.
Did you?
Yeah, they
nice.
That.
Nice.
Thank you. Trying to be a little more local for our syndicated markets.
Hey, Venetia.
They got that in Buffalo, trust me. So, Venetia, what do you got?
Yes, sir.
What do you got?
Well, I heard you talking about the women's magazines, and you wanted a woman's point of view on...
Yeah.
Yeah, what magazines do you buy, first of all?
Neither.
Oh.
I don't bother with them. They make no sense to me.
They make no sense?
No. Right.
Do women talk about them, though, to each other at work or when you're out? Do they say, oh, I read this in Cosmo, and it's a great way to make your man happy?
Well, it's mostly the ditzy broads that read it, so...
Yeah. Ditzy broads.
I like this, Venetia. Hey, Venetia.
Yeah.
You do understand that guys need to fall asleep after sex, right?
Well...
I think that's...
There's a lot of work involved. You can go to sleep.
I think women need to understand that chemically we need to fall asleep after we, complete.
What they don't seem to get is the things that we do to get you in bed. We don't want to do once we've accomplished that.
Right.
Like talking. Why don't you just say, tell more funny stories that he'll feign interest in? No, that's what I did to get you there.
They got it all backwards.
Yes.
Mission accomplished.
Now just be happy I'm not making you sleep on the throw rug by the front door.
All right, Venetia, so you think it's nonsense, huh?
Complete and total nonsense. If you want to know what a guy wants, just go ahead and ask him after a few beers.
By the way, what do you prefer to do right after sex?
Sleep or play video games.
Wow.
Holla.
She's a dream come true, this one.
Are you a holla girl?
Please, I'm not ghetto. I'm educated.
Yeah.
But you're an African princess, right?
I'm me. I don't buy into that crap.
Well, are you the name Venetia?
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah, I'm black and Brazilian, so.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Nice ass, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You got that extra body part.
Extra body part.
Yeah, there's something
all right,
going
Jimmy
on.
the Greek.
You see what you do.
It's the Brazilian gets the nice ass.
Right.
It's that all the years of carnival.
Some of you women got that shelf, man. What is that about?
Yep.
The white broads from Long Island don't have that. I'll tell you that much.
No.
They do, but it's their hair.
Right.
Hey, wait, are you from Brazil or are you from here?
I'm from here. Basically, my dad was from, the main part of Brazil. I can't remember the name.
São Paulo?
Sao Paulo.
Yeah. There's something going on, man. Black girls love this radio show. We don't understand why.
It's because of me. I have a ghetto appeal. I have a hip-hop type
Yeah,
vibe
it's
to me.
definitely Jimmy.
Yeah, it's a little Jimmy Norton.
There's something very, very urban and hip about me, I've been told.
You're a thug.
Well, I don't know. Oh, Ken, don't be fresh. See, that's thug talk.
All right. Thank you, Venetia.
Bye, Venetia.
No problem.
All right. Call us again. We like you.
All right.
No, you've looked great.
That slug.
I can't even make those jokes anymore. You're ruining everything by losing weight.
Yeah, you got to get messy.
Looks
again,
all
Jimmy.
good.
Dude, I watched my
We're losing a lot of material because you're losing weight.
I'm still a jowly nothing.
Not a jowly
Fat
nothing.
jowled goose
Oh,
egg.
stop. It's not working anymore. Sunshine. Buffalo, what's up? A lot of calls from Buffalo. Hey, man.
Hi, sunshine.
By the way, Crazy Jim doing a great job running the station over there in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we get these calls and stuff. They got the passion for the radio show.
Love it.
They understand they could call this show. What's up, Sunshine?
Would you have hippie parents?
I'm actually calling to say, you know what? When you're done, you're done. That's
Okay.
fine. And if we're not, we have toys to use. You can go to sleep. We can.
Yeah,
take
but
care
you
of
know how
ourselves.
degrading that is to a guy to get done and then have you girls pull out a toy afterwards.
Wait,
sometimes we have to have more.
Before and during, toys are fine. After, it really makes us feel like we didn't do the job.
How do you think I feel after sex? All right, you talk. Why would I chime in? Go right ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt. Go. Your turn. Go. What are you saying? All right, I didn't mean to chime in. I was just trying to make a joke. But as we all know, that humor is timing, and you jump right in. It's all about your timing. I didn't mean to try to chime in. I apologize. It's all about you. Go. What do you got? Go.
Yeah, Sunshine, we're still waiting for the answer to Anthony's question. Did you have hippie parents?
I'm trying to tell you, but you won't be quiet.
All right, answer my question then.
No, that's what we started with about 2 minutes ago.
Have her answer my question then. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sunshine.
Go.
I had a great session the other day.
I didn't ask you that.
See, you're not even listening. We want the answer to Anthony's question. What's the answer?
What's your question?
We said
so
it
you
twice.
didn't hear it, did you?
Do you have hippie parents?
Yes. Did you have hippie parents, and that's why your name's Sunshine?
No, I do not. I'm just saying my name is Sunshine because I'm driving in my work truck right now, and I don't want anyone to know it's me on the radio.
What are you, Large Marge?
Tell him Large Marge sent ya.
Well, if you work with a chick, I'm sorry, go ahead. I don't exist. It's all about you. You're God. It's your world. I apologize. I'm just stupid Abraham trying to chime in about not wanting to slay my son. But you go ahead. You bark out all orders.
You must be a card on the old CB radio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's the worst.
Actually, I drive around a
we
food truck.
didn't need a real answer.
Go ahead. Sunshine, what's going on?
You drive a fruit truck?
A food truck.
Oh, like you go to the job sites.
Kind of.
Wait, one of those coffee trucks or something?
Kind of.
Where the sides flip open and all the workers come and get egg sandwiches and coffee?
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way,
kind of. That's exactly what it is.
By the way, I said Crazy Jim. It's Evil Jim. I'm an idiot. Thank you. Thank you, Steve C. I got him mixed up with Crazy Jim from our Boston days. It's Evil Jim, yes. Doing a great job with the Buffalo station. Sunshine, all right, go ahead. Continue with your babble.
With my babble, I can't even get a word in edgewise.
You can't.
I love this girl.
Stephen C. is like, hey, Hope, it's time for the sun to set on this boring
I
ranch.
listen to your show every
Where's an
day.
eclipse when you need it?
Right. Go ahead, Sunshine.
I listen to your show every day, and
Thank
you're talking about all this.
Do you actually listen to the show, or do you just
every day?
Or do you try to out-talk your radio?
You're giving me skin cancer.
Okay there, Sunshine.
You gave
Go
us
ahead.
legions all over our body.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Yeah.
We'll let you talk.
The thing is that sometimes women need a lot more, and we understand that after you're done and you do it a couple times and it's a great job and you're wonderful, sometimes we need a little bit more. And if you want to join in, you can, and if you don't, you can go to sleep.
Is it bad, though, that...
She almost did it.
She can't
She
help
did,
it.
though. She can't help herself.
It's
Does anyone
just
have any sunblock? I need a 50 SPF. I need a 50 SPF.
I use 45.
Of course you do.
I'd like to use a 45 on
Yes.
you, too. Now, Jimmy, you were going to comment?
Yeah, this will work.
Okay, Jimmy, what?
Oh, my God. You're the worst. When it comes to talking to someone on the phone doing a radio show, you're the worst.
Well, that's okay.
All right.
All right. Let Jimmy talk.
All right.
It's just back like 20 minutes ago, I was just going to chime in with, I don't even remember. It was a joke alluding to the fact that, is it bad after I go to sleep? My girlfriend goes to the basement and meets a few of the maintenance men. I don't even remember where I was going to go with that.
I'll tell you where you're going with it. Into a wall.
Yeah.
Into an abutment.
Sunshine was trying to save me from that awful bomb. And my apologies.
And Sunshine, your man's not doing it right if you're using toys after the.
We use them together during also.
What do you? What? Ugh.
What does he use on you besides a ball gag?
Okay, can I say this on the radio? I don't know if I don't.
What's the first letter?
All right, hold on. Let's play. What's the first
Begins
letter?
with a D. Double.
Okay, we understand now.
What? Whoa.
Double.
Whoa.
A double D?
Yeah, we're not talking bra size either.
Right.
We understand. So now you and your husband, is it?
No.
No, it's just her using it like the letter U.
Is it a boyfriend or a girl?
It's a boy.
Okay, so you and a boy use a
double D?
A double on with him?
He uses his, and then we use another too.
Right. It's let's just
same
say
time.
it's an extra limb.
Yeah, but nothing. Let's say he isn't involved with that other thing.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, all right.
Well, you said you
That's
use
what
toys
scared me.
together. Like
Yeah,
are you using something on him?
No, on me.
I thought you were interfacing.
Yeah, no.
Couple and exchange data. The data cable.
A couple hard drives.
Yes, linked up together in a network.
Yikes.
A hardwired network. Yeah, well, you said it. You led us to believe.
What?
No, it's on me, not on him.
Right, okay.
Right.
So you like that.
Except he shoves it in her mouth so she can't talk.
That's where the other end goes.
Right, there's how you use the double D on Sunshine.
Oh, God. Okay, Sunshine. Wow.
All right.
Thank you for the insight.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, Sunshine.
Have a great day.
I was loving Buffalo until Sunshine called.
She means well.
Is it sunny in Buffalo today, Sunshine?
A little bit. Sun's coming out a little bit.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
All right.
Keep up your good nature.
All right.
She's a gregarious gal.
Yeah.
Well, she won't shut up.
All right, on the way, Kenny. So Kenny picked out some articles from the magazines. What do we got today? What are you
writing
up his
down,
segment?
We got to finish the 10 sex tips for the older women.
He did promise that during a promo that I didn't even get to hear yesterday here in New York.
Why?
Holy Jesus, must have played 80 times.
Oh, really?
Hearing, and I'll continue.
Oh, really?
My sex tips for the elderly.
All right, that's cool. They're promoting us. That's
it was
that's something we're
cool.
not used to, so that's all right.
I just have the station on all the time now.
Yeah. Here in New York, they went back to rock, and we're pretty happy about it.
Yeah. Maybe they can replace some of the Metallica with Tony Orlando and Dawn, but maybe that's just us.
Our old PD's a bit bitter. We'll get into that another day.
And then, I got a whole potpourri of information. I got
potpourri.
Dating tips for regular women.
That's a pourri that's retarded.
Yeah. I got funny conversation starters.
All right.
Pourri that'll choke you out, Jimmy.
I know.
And I got successful first date tips.
All right, we'll do that next with Kenny.
Nice. I want to know where Kenny's going to be on Saturday if I want to congratulate him on such a good bid.
Kenny's got an appearance on Saturday.
How cute is this?
Thank you for reminding me. I'll be from noon to 2 p.m. The Circuit City.
From noon to 2 p.m.
How are you going to be from noon to 2?
You are so stupid.
Come see me in all my stupidityness.
You know what, though? He's very excited, though, because when he picked me up yesterday, that was the first thing he told me.
Was it?
I got an appearance, and I'm getting an appearance fee.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
They're paying me monies.
Hopefully someone will show up this time.
Yeah, let's ixnay on that.
All right.
That seems fun. You just show up and they pay you for it? How cool is that?
Yeah.
Gigs.
You don't even need the listeners to show up. That's the beauty of Club Soda Kenny when he goes out.
Kenny's going to be with the Tom Tom.
Yeah, Tom GPS at Circuit City, 52 East 14th Street, this Saturday, noon to 2 p.m.
52 East 14th Street. Is that Union Square?
And they didn't give me the cross street.
Yeah, it's close to Union Square.
Well, you should say Union Square because
locals.
that's a huge subway
stop,
so people would just know to take the train there.
And people know, all right, I could get there. That's kind of an easy place to get to.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Now I know how I'm going to get there.
And Kenny, all you need is the address, and you put it in your Tom Tom, and it'll take you right there.
Hopefully they're going to give me a Tom Tom.
A Tom Tom for a dum dum.
Julie in Boston listening on WBCN. What's up, Julie? Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Julie.
Stop listening to the radio and be part of the radio, Julie.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yes.
I'm listening to her. She's babbling.
Julie's from Boston.
All right, hold on. I got a problem here. You're still listening to Sunshine on the radio right there?
Isn't that amazing, the delay?
I was trying to catch up.
Wait. Will you just go with this for a second? Were you just listening to...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You were listening to Sunshine on the radio? What kind of delay do we have?
A long one.
We're on a 38-hour delay in Boston.
That's messing up our phone calls, because by the time we want to go to phone calls on subjects, we're into commercials.
Yeah.
That's a long delay. All right, go ahead, Julie. What do you got on Sunshine?
I know, she just sounds like no one wants to give it to her. That's why she's got to use all those toys.
Well, some women like toys. I mean, I personally haven't really experimented with them, but a lot of women like them.
Yeah, it's
Are you the kind of guy, Jim, that feels intimidated by anything else that might pleasure the woman in bed aside from your manliness?
No.
No?
It's irrelevant to me.
Oh, really?
What you want when I'm done.
So you don't... Oh, okay.
I don't care. I purposely leave her a fire hydrant so she's not far to walk. Knock yourself out, Toots. I'm going to doze off. Give me a breathe right strip.
Hey, we got an explanation to one of our problems. something we've been discussing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
There's a 1:36 delay to the network, and then what? The local delay on every radio station, which is what, another 36 seconds? They're about 2 minutes behind.
Wow. So when the show ends, I'm already on the road screaming racial epithets out my window.
We're trying to have a very interactive show where we want a lot of phone calls, but if they're 2 minutes behind, that makes it really tough. I know.
No kidding.
All right. Anyway, so Sunshine sounds like she doesn't get it, and it also says it sounds like she.
Well, you talk.
Oh, sorry. She sounds like she's a hippie that doesn't shave her armpits, that
Ew.
just drives around in her truck, doesn't shave, don't answer any questions.
I'll tell you something. Those coffee truck broads, I remember them from my days on the construction sites. It was usually a guy that would drive around, and you know those trucks, the little hatches open on the side, and there's rancid food in there for the poor construction guys to eat and drink and stuff like that.
All sorts of diseases.
Yeah, just horrible egg sandwiches that were made in Central Islip here on Long Island. It's just awful.
And they left them in the sun for an hour.
Yeah, just horrible. And if you'd ever get a female driving one of these, they're like these tough broads. They're
my God.
Yeah, real tough broad.
Bull dyke.
Yeah, well, that's another way to put it.
I don't mind a little armpit hair, to be very honest with you.
Oh, Jimmy.
I swear to God, it can be very...
He likes French girls.
I don't know. I don't like it below. I like a hair on the... I can tolerate it if it's the right vibe for the girl.
Armpit hair?
No.
I've actually...
So creepy.
It depends on the girl and why she has it. There was years ago, this little hippie chick who I wanted to sleep with badly until she got with her dirty bare feet and got gum on the seat of my Saturn.
Dirty bare feet, hairy armpits.
She was sexy, though. She was young. She was like 20 or 19 or whatever. And she had like little hairy
Bohemian
pits.
chick.
Yeah, but she was clean and she was just something just sexy about her.
Yeah?
That can be very sexy as long as it's not some awful, ugly chick or a tranny.
Like Patty Smith or whatever her name is. Was that her?
No, Stalker Patty.
No, Patty Smith.
Yeah. She's got the armpit
She had
hair.
the big hairy armpits.
Because the night lady.
Yeah.
Because all right, we got to take a break. Club Soda Kenny with his advice.
All right, but I got to run and get your food during the commercials.
Oh boy, now there's a problem.
Are you kidding? We need you.
I'm running.
All right. Go. All right, when we get back,
let's see him run.
Club Soda Kenny. Also, let's not forget Michael Chiklis in studio today.
Yes, the Thing. From Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
And from The Shield.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
A show I've never seen, actually, but I heard everyone here around here is obsessed with it.
Yeah, it was an amazing show.
One of those shows that it was really one of those first shows that broke that barrier from basic cable using really heinous language and stuff and really surprising and shocking people.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'd be like, wait a minute, it's not HBO or something? He just said that?
He was in the commish, too?
Yeah, he was the commish.
Oh, I don't like the name of the commish. That's why I never saw it.
The commish.
I think we talked to him when he was doing that show, right? Way back in the day. He was really good to us back in the day when Ed and I first started doing radio together. Out in L.A., I believe we talked to him when he used to have hair.
Right.
Used to have the hair. All right, we got it. We're just babbling. It's Opie and Anthony. Club Soda Kenny next. Anthony and I came up with something years ago. Basically, it says...
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Big, luscious, juicy ones.
Wow.
The swinging tribute to unrestrained female anatomy.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Yeah. Opie and Anthony. 92.3.
Oh, man, too bad it's not Air Guitar Friday.
Oh.
This would have been perfect.
It's Tap Along Tuesday.
No, it's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Oh, Tap Along Tuesday was yesterday, where we tap to the music.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Oh, yeah.
I want to thank the broads that are flashing us on Pal Talk.
Thank you, broads.
What broads? Queer Rock only has like one thing open.
Queer Rock has men up.
It is Whip 'em Out Wednesday. It's alive and well on Pal Talk especially. Get the wow in your car and join the festivities. There are women out there that will see the wow, and they will flash you. It stands for Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Just don't harass the ladies. They don't want you. They just want to give you a nice little quick treat on the way to work. That's it, okay?
Right.
Club Soda Kenny, let's get into this. So you went through the female magazines.
Yeah.
And you know, they're just chock chock full of tips for the women out there, the broads.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of senior citizens, so I tried to include them also. So,
yesterday we left off with sex tips for older women, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and this is supposed to be doing a favor for the elderly, and from reading this, it just makes you want to kill yourself before you get older.
Sure.
Because we brought this up yesterday. Sex, when you first start getting sexually active, is probably the most exciting thing ever.
Yeah.
Then through your entire life.
Hold on. It's so great. It makes you blow off Little League and everything.
Yeah, everything that was the most important things in your life as a kid.
All of a sudden, your skateboard just doesn't matter as much.
Thrown out the window, and your entire existence for years and years to come is nothing but getting sex.
Right.
It's just getting that sex. And get all your little play toys and all your hobbies right out the window.
Your little bicycle you've been working on,
It doesn't matter.
The banana seat.
You're just building that plane with Dad.
Yeah, all of a sudden all that stuff goes in the garage and then gathers dust and cobwebs.
And then
I have discovered the power of the poo.
Exactly. And then you read what the elderly have to go through to keep an active, healthy sex life. And they try to present it like this is a good thing. Hey, you're still, you could still have an active, fun, healthy, erotic sex life well into your 80s and even 90s. And then you read what they got to go through. Ugh. Talk with your partner, communicate problems that you have difficulties with your sex and try to solve them. Work together to find creative solutions. What, a splint and duct tape? What kind of creative solutions are you working together to find? And then when number 2 has to just say lubricate, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Experiment with positions and times. Because at some times of the day, your arthritis is hurting more than others.
Also, arthritis and other pain conditions are often less severe at certain times of day.
Dealing with ED, that dysfunction that men have, and how to troubleshoot this problem. They make it sound like a problem with your breaker box downstairs. It needs some troubleshooting.
You know what the problem is? Not that it's bad to have sex when you're old. It's the way people just refuse to be honest. Sure, your body changes as you age, but that does not reflect on your worth or desirability. But as I said yesterday, it does.
It does.
You're not as desirable when you're old.
It's just a fact of life. We're not doing this to intentionally be mean.
No.
It just, that's the way it is. You ever see these commercials for Centrum Silver or these other things where old people are riding their bicycles and one of them will say something like, "These are the best years of my life." That's like, what were you, in a concentration camp? Because that's the only way these are the best years of your life. Because it just isn't.
Were you in a coma from 18 to 49?
Oh, yeah, I remember 18 was a bitch. My prostate was the size of a pineapple, and I could only make half staff at any given moment.
No, you know what I say.
What, Kenny?
What do you say?
Old chickens make good soup.
You said that yesterday.
Kenny,
you really thought it was going to work today? It didn't work yesterday.
Come on.
There goes your chicken.
It's the truth.
Kenny never met a cliche he couldn't love and repeat.
Boner-nosed, beanie-wearing Jew boy.
Oh!
Wow.
God, the news is getting provocative these days.
Sure are. So we continue with sex tips for older women.
Yeah.
Go ahead there, Kenny.
Sex after surgery.
See, now this falls exactly into the category I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Sex after surgery. These are the best years of my life. Are they?
Yeah, because, as women age, they may need to undergo surgical procedures that alter their reproductive organs.
That's wonderful. That's what you need.
The golden years, they call them that because that's the color of your undergarments.
Oh, holy
That's why you see a lot of old people at diners. They know.
It's just...
They know.
At
least we still have our desire to eat stuff.
Just stop already. After surgery.
The most common are,
mastectomy.
Yeah, and hysterectomy.
Hysterectomy?
Hysterectomy.
That's where they take it all. Hysterectomy. You might as well take it.
And these surgeries do not have to interfere with a woman's ability to have sex. However, these procedures can dramatically change how a woman perceives her own attractiveness.
And how other people perceive you. I'm not saying that you can't have sex after these things, but other people don't perceive you the same either.
Well, James, if you have open communication with your partner before and after these procedures, it can help and reduce anxiety and negativity.
Oh, really? After a hysterectomy and she's got a beard like Castro, it's going to reduce the stress and tension? Remove the ovaries. Sorry. That's what it says.
Yeah.
All right.
It does indeed say that, yes.
It says removal of the ovary and sometimes the ovary.
That wasn't the part that didn't go over.
Yeah, I'm trying to really deflect from that one. Oofa.
Next, most importantly, we must practice safe sex. God bless you.
Yeah.
Safe sex.
Yeah. Because, sexually transmitted infections, including the HIV, are on the rise in older adults. Older adults have had more time to develop a sexual history. Also, many infections can remain dormant for years in people. Do not assume that an older sexual partner is a safe sexual partner. Always practice safe sex.
Wow, thank you, Kenny.
If you're 75 and you think
and you're worried about
AIDS,
you're worried about catching something, stop.
Whatever if you whoever you're having sex with, here's the thing. If they're as old as you are and they have AIDS, it's okay. Because obviously you're both if there's a 10-year incubation and you're 78, just throw caution to the wind. Knock yourself out. What's he going to ruin 89 to 90?
And then
that didn't make it through, Kenny.
Well, that's not Kenny's fault. Who went over this and doesn't tell me?
Yeah, well,
that's a taboo word.
Yeah, Kenny, you can't say that.
Taboo.
So old people should, there's always
if you're alone, let's say you're a widow or a widower, and there's a lot of lonely nights spent in your own bed, all alone. You have to learn how to deal with that situation and maybe make yourself feel good with either some type of instrument or just the basics, whatever you got left. Those arthritic hands, perhaps.
Coming soon to the Opie and Anthony show, we're going to get an old broad.
An old gal.
An old gal to do exactly that for us.
Oh. No, we're not.
Oh, how great.
Old broad over, I would say I think we have to go 16 above on that one.
Definitely.
It's a big 6-0 on that one. All right, moving on, Kenny. What else did you find in the women's magazines?
You want to talk about funny conversation starters?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Funny conversation starters.
Pages there.
All right, so this is advice for women out there to help them get some men?
Yeah, say you're in a certain situation, like you're in a men's clothing store and notice an attractive woman looking at a blue shirt. You could say, hey, blue probably isn't your color. If you really want to wear men's clothes, try pink. You're too girly for blue.
Who's laughing at that?
All right, wait.
Holy Jesus, so as you get mace sprayed in your face.
So this is funny conversation starters for guys?
Yeah, to hit on a girl.
All right.
Wait, hold on. You're in a men's clothing store and notice an attractive woman looking at a blue shirt.
Now, if you're in a men's store, first of all, and she's looking at a shirt, she's probably, hooked up. She's probably with a guy.
Yeah.
And looking for clothes for him.
Yeah, so they're basically telling you how you could get some other guys.
Try to wheel in on some other guy's chick with probably the worst line ever.
Yeah.
Can we do something here? Can we role play a little bit? I would like someone to play the gentleman, and I just want to play the beautiful lady.
Oh, I think Kenny should be the gentleman.
Kenny, I'm close shopping.
Hey, Toots.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Stick to the script.
Yeah.
What are you, improv?
Are you crazy?
What is this, an indie movie?
Yes, this is not Mad
Hey,
News.
blue probably isn't your color. If you really want to wear men's clothes, try pink. You're too girly for blue.
Die.
Wait a minute. Yeah, but before the great line from Jimmy that I stepped all over. I'm sorry, Jimmy. His acting. You got to act it out. Don't read it.
Yeah, you're just reading.
Stand up. It might help.
Terrible actor.
Like, all right, picture you're in a men's clothing store. Let's go. There's Jimmy.
Jamie.
He's looking at.
I got
Jamie.
He's
pose. Yeah, Jamie's looking at blue shirts there. Let's go.
Hey, you know, blue probably isn't your color. If you really want to wear men's clothes, try pink. You're too girly for blue.
Thanks. What do you mean by that?
He's got nothing. Are you crazy?
You know, you're hot stuff.
You see, you had to prove that the conversation starter, even if it starts, you're still left on your own for line number 2.
After that. Right, they leave you hanging. Hey, Sheila from Long Island, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
What's up?
Good job.
Yeah, what do you got?
You're absolutely right. Women getting older, it's totally sucking, let me tell you.
Is it? How old a gal are you, Sheila?
You know, it's only 55, but it's, you know, it's only going to go downhill, you know, literally.
Are you going through the change?
I'm sorry?
Are you going through the change that women go through?
Oh, definitely, and it sucks the big ween.
Are you? What are you getting? Are you getting the hot flashes?
Oh, the hot flashes, the mood swings. This drops. This is dry. That's not dry. This is now dry. It's just, you know,
what?
Old age.
Something is dropping.
No, I think
they're all dropping, baby. It all drops.
Everything's dropping. I thought you said this is dry, this is not dry.
Yes, you did say that.
And the part that is dry was supposed to be not dry, and the stuff that was not dry is now. What?
All of the above.
All right, so all sorts of crap's going on with your body.
And Sheila.
Yeah.
Sheila, do you recall, of course you do, but do you recall, hey, watch your language, young lady.
I love it.
But,
You're right. I forget we're on the radio.
Yeah.
Probably.
And how thrilling and exciting was that?
Oh, as thrilling as you can go. He's screaming and just having a good old time.
Yeah, and now?
Now, you're lucky if you get a croak out of me.
Get a croak out of her.
See, to all the young broads out there, use what you got.
Telling you.
You're entering your silver years. It's the best years of your life.
You want to choke those turkey little broads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're drinking their old people supplement shake, saying this is fantastic. They show them riding bikes and canoeing.
Yeah, that's what they want to be doing.
Yeah.
You need to take a whole bottle of Centrum even just to get out of bed, for Christ's sake.
You see the commercial?
I love Sheila.
You see the commercial that's on now with the guys with the urinary problems? That's what it's all about. And they're drinking bottled water and riding a bicycle, or they're canoeing or something like that. And it just shows the guy going to the bathroom, and he's all annoyed with himself. And then I guess he sees his doctor and gets these pills, and then he's just having a great time. But he's still, his friends are just like, here comes the guy that's constantly going to the bathroom.
And the next commercial to come on TV is a Depends, because that's what you're going to need.
So do you still, Sheila, do you still get action? Do you want action? Are you married? What's up with you?
Everything's going on. It's fine. It's just that, it ain't all joy. These commercials, that's why you have remote control. Change that channel because you're all a bunch of lying hoo-hoos.
All right. She don't like getting old.
All right. I'm sorry, Sheila, that you're getting old.
That's all right. As long as I can listen to you guys, I can stay so young.
All right, Sheila, you poor old broad.
I know. Bye, guys.
All right.
These,
conversation starters?
This is almost like a parody of awful things to say.
Yeah, this is, but this isn't like someone trying to be funny. This is stuff that they think will help people get some conversations going.
And I like these specific situations that you have to be in.
Yes. Right.
You're in a supermarket, buy the chicken, and she picks up a leg, and it's like, when is this going to happen?
Yes, you're standing outside of Planned Parenthood issuing a parking ticket. She's tear-stricken.
Go ahead, Kenny. What's the next conversation starter?
Well, number 2 is you're in a supermarket and see a woman with nice hair next to shampoos and conditioners.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy says, "Hey there, now you might be able to help me."
No. Go away.
That's not... Anthony, I think that's a bit harsh.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, man.
Well, that's what she would say.
I think...
Jimmy wants to step in? Okay.
I think that you're being a bit harsh. I think that's a smooth line.
All right, do it again with a little more emotion behind that one, Kenny.
"Hey there, now you might be able to help me."
"I'd love to help you." To R. Bud Dwyer's lunch bag.
Well... you see, you got nice shiny hair, and I use, a shampoo.
What do you use on your hair, sod?
But it just ain't working for me. What do you use on your hair to get your hair looking that good? And then there's a little note here. This will work even if you're bald, as it'll be funny.
No, it won't.
Ah!
All right.
How funny would it be, though, if he says, what the hell do you use to get your hair looking that good? And her response is, the blood of children.
Well, that is a funny conversation starter.
Do we have another one, Kenny?
Of course.
Sure, the next one, you're in a takeaway store.
What?
What's a takeaway
I
store?
don't know.
What the hell's a takeaway store?
Everybody fumbles.
I don't know. And are standing near or next to a woman waiting to be served. I know, take out food.
Takeaway.
Maybe it's a Toys R Us.
The person behind the counter.
Kidnapping reference.
Thank you, Anthony. All right, you're in a takeaway store and standing near next to a woman waiting to be served. The person behind the counter gestures for the next customer, and the woman looks at you for approval to go first. You say,
you see, it's gentlemen before ladies in the modern world.
Her response could be the greatest thing ever written. It's H-A exclamation point.
Ha! Ha! Back to you.
I'm just kidding. You go first. I heard gallantry is back these days, so I better do my bit.
Can we redo that again? I was off cue.
Oh.
This is the way it would really work in the real world. This is very realistic.
Yeah, let's go. You.
Oh, you see, it's gentlemen before ladies in the modern world. I'm just kidding. You go first. I heard gallantry is back these days, so I better do my bit.
Interesting. What is the modern world, by the way? Tall, stupid man hitting on me? Modern world.
And why are you hitting on Jimmy, by the way? You creep.
Who doesn't?
All right. And these are real conversation starters. This is how they're helping people out there. All right. How about the next one? How about the next one? You're in a bookstore and you see a woman checking out a book. You.
Good to see I have another fan. Then the girl looks at me all confused, and then I say, that was my third book, that one. You read the others?
And the title is Living with AIDS.
Well, that's a little different because then it would have said, then the you would have been, that was my first and last book.
Secret agent man.
Secret agent man.
All right.
And, of course, conversation starter. This is an easy one because you're in a bar.
Yeah,
That's easy.
You're in a bar. You.
Right. Hey, I thought I'd come over and say hi. I'm Kenny. So who are you?
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Yeah, hi, Jenny. I tell you what, I'm liking this bar. Awesome vibe in here. You been here long?
And that's it?
This is how odd is it? That's it? How odd is it for a Jenny to confront someone actually dumber than Forrest?
This is actual stuff that was in a magazine.
Yeah. That is it. It doesn't even say conversation starter number one for that one. It says great conversation starter. So that's a great conversation starter. Yeah. Here's the same type of line. Hey, come here often? That's like one of those hack.
And then the article ends.
Hey, toots.
The article ends.
Shake a leg.
Yeah, the article ends. Now, if you like those conversation starters and want to learn more about how to start and continue conversations, then we recommend you check out our best-selling ebook and audio package featured below. In it, you'll find everything you need to know to approach women and easily progress things toward a dating relationship.
Well, let's hope somebody understands that we have to... Wait. I'm sorry. Audio package. I hope we're getting this.
Oh, that would be good. Send away for the audio package of conversation starters, how to get a girlfriend, flirting tips for men, 5 amazing flirting tips that will make you irresistible to women, and how to attract women, discover that women find attractive, what attractive they find in men, and how you can spark attraction Ooh.
Yeah, there'll be some good clips there. All right. For all the people still listening to the show, you have to be a faithful listener, so we're going to give you some tickets to the ONA Traveling Virus Comedy Tour.
Kenny was great.
No, I'm just kidding, Kenny. Kenny did terrific. 10 days out, June 16th, Jones Beach. 8 or 9 comedians you know and love from this very show. We got the videos. We got Ant and I on stage. We'll be bringing up guests of our own. You got the ONA Village with all sorts of things going on, including karaoke, hopefully a video confessional. You got the dunking booth with the crazy clown guy.
The Dance Revolution machine.
Dance Revolution. You got the ONA Pest Booth, hopefully. All that is just in the Village before the show. Then before that, you got the tailgating that happens in the parking lot. And then before that, they usually get together at rest areas all over the tri-state area. So, Jones Beach, 10 days out, June 16th. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com. For all the info on the tour, go to Virus Tour, one word, Virus Tour on MySpace, because we're coming to a bunch of cities, but we're focusing on Jones Beach at this particular time. Brought to you by Bud Light. Always worth it. We'll give a pair of tickets to a random caller right now, okay? Make sure you can use the tickets. When we get back, we got Michael Chiklis coming in.
Good.
Nice.
Talking about the Fantastic Four or Fantastic Four. Also, we started this yesterday, and we're on to something. We hate sports announcers with their goofy home run calls or whatever, just their dumb calls in general. And someone turned us on to Rick Jeanneret. I think that's how you say his name. He's the announcer for the Buffalo Sabres. We got some great audio of him just being stupid.
Is he a tool?
Yeah, he's definitely a tool. And this will get the rest of America motivated enough to send in their sports calls, okay?
Very good.
So we'll do a little of that next. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Get a wow sticker, get flashed, get happy. God forbid we mention a website.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Lisa, the sales girl, just came in. She said that she was very entertained on the way into work today. And she laughed when we said that there are some women out there that have a lot of energy after sex. Guys, probably every single guy just wants to crash right after sex, right? But there are women that it has the opposite effect, and then all of a sudden they got this energy. I gotta clean, I gotta bake, I gotta bake.
Bake? Ew.
Whatever. But they have just this crazy energy out of nowhere. So then I was picturing Lisa the sales girl after sex with that awful voice of hers.
Oh. What do you mean? I want to snuggle. Let's cuddle.
Now, Lisa's not the type of girl that wants to snuggle after sex. No way.
She'll belt you in the face to knock you out so she could sleep.
She probably wants to do, like, Pilates or something.
Pilates.
Let's go do Pilates. Wake up. It's time to do Pilates. I got this energy.
Oh, there you go. And see, she has enough energy. I'm sure she got it good this morning. Now she's giving us the finger. She's climbing the wall. Go do your Pilates and sell something, will you?
Where's,
Oh, here she comes. You're going to get in trouble. What? Go kiss my ass. Oh, hey. No, you didn't.
No, you did.
Go kiss my ass.
Anyway.
Mr. Sheffield.
But some women, they get the energy, the crazy energy. Like, what the F is going on? Go to sleep. All right. We start.
Michael Chiklis?
At 8:30, Jimmy. 8:30.
Oh, I thought it was 8:15.
No. We got. We're gonna do a little Sterling, and we're gonna have Rick Jeanneret. I believe that's how you say his name, for the Buffalo Sabres, taking on John Sterling.
Taking on.
Yeah.
Is this like Battle of the Announcers?
Well,
Battle of the Douche Announcers.
Well, now we got Pittsburgh chiming in. It's all about Pittsburgh this morning. We're acknowledging that we're on in Pittsburgh today. And a lot of people from Pittsburgh saying you better get some Mike Lang clips.
Yeah.
Mike Lang will beat all these guys. We're in a major competition now. It has begun.
All the cities think their guy is the douchiest.
Well, John Sterling, he's the Yankee guy, and he just comes up with just dumb nicknames. Here, Jimmy, which ones you want to play? Just a few.
Oof.
Just tell me which track, just to give you an idea, and then we'll get into Rick Jeanneret's calls.
They all want to be... sorry, Jim. They all want to be bigger than the game itself. They want their announcing to be bigger than what's happening on the field. So they come up with catchphrases, with little words for everything from a single to a home run, little phrases for the players.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous. Let the game be the star.
What's the one we played yesterday about the cookie? The 3-2 cookie.
Cookie.
Do we have that? Well, what, I forgot. Was that a Sterling call?
The 3-2
Which one? Oh, that's the
cookie.
latest one? Yeah, well, we got the latest Sterling call that drove us nuts. Hold on, let me play this from yesterday, Jimmy. Then we'll play a couple classics, and then we'll move on to Rick Jeanneret.
My head is itching from reading these.
All right, yeah.
That bad.
Just highlighted a couple that you want us to play, but this is one that drove us nuts yesterday.
Here's the payoff. Swung on, hit high in the air to deep right field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Johnny Damon opens the game with a long home run. He got a 3-2 cookie from Litch and hit it in the second deck in right field. A Damon dinger. And the Yankees take a 1-0 lead.
A Damon dinger.
He was subdued, but coming up with the 3-2 cookie.
3-2 cookie.
I gave you 5. These are very short.
5? All right, we got 5 short ones from Sterling, just so the rest of the country gets the idea.
It was hard picking awful ones.
Yeah, because they're all just so horrible.
And these are the Yankees. This is not a small market team.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to decide who's the worst.
It's a crappy team.
Who's the worst?
Not a small market.
Who's the worst trying to come up with these catchphrases?
Yeah.
Here's one.
Now the right-hander is set to be a 2-2 to Giambi. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. A walk-off 2-run, bottom of the 10th, home run by Jason Giambi. The Giambino. Game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Look, man, we're being heard all over America. Good luck to the rest of America beating out John Sterling for being ridiculous.
Hey, give the guy a break. He hasn't been able to do the Yankees win thing in a while. Well, last night, right? They win last night? Yeah.
Who in the Yankee organization?
But he hasn't been able to do it that often.
Yeah.
Who tells him that's good?
That it's good.
The high, far gone was great in that one. It was because he didn't know if it was going out. And a 2-1 home run walk off for Jason Giambi. Why do you need the Giambino?
Giambino.
Here's another one.
The pitch is swung on, and there it goes to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He's done it again. He's done it again. The Bantino. Well, I don't believe it, and I'm seeing it.
I don't believe I'm hearing it.
I've missed a game with the Yanks in 17 years. I haven't seen anything like this. Constantino Martinez of Tampa, Florida, has hit his second home run of the game. A 2-run home run. Ties the game at 3. Unbelievable.
You've never seen a game tied at 3?
Bamtino.
Bamtino.
The Bamducho made that announcement.
Hey, Steve G. from Whackpack, he's saying that Rick Jeanneret, we're going to get into him in a second here, is a god in Buffalo. The old drunk is beloved. There are stories of him not doing games without a bottle of Jack in the 80s.
Ah, nice.
That's, all right. Here's another one.
The 2-2. There it goes to deep right field. It is high. It is far. It is gone in the upper deck. Positively demonic. Johnny Damon ties the game with an upper deck belt blast into the upper deck and right. And the Yankees tie the game at 1.
Positively demonic.
Demonic.
That's good.
And then you got this.
The 2-1. Swung on, hit high in the air to deep left. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. It is a 3-run home run from Andy Phillips. Fill it up, Phillips. It's a 3-run home run.
Look.
Look.
The hairs on my arm just stood up.
Yankees take a 4-2 lead.
Fill it up.
What did you fill up? The douche quota? Why fill it up, Phillips?
What is that? What?
So there you go. We challenge the rest of you guys out there to come up with someone that's wackier and crazier and whatever.
Oh, is he? Oh,
than John Sterling.
Dink.
Not as high. Not as.
My favorite might be the new one where he says a 3-2 cookie.
A cookie.
Burn, baby, burn. He used to do burn, baby, burn.
That's wonderful.
All right.
Why don't you?
With that,
literally.
With that, we say hi to Rick Jeanneret.
All right.
From Buffalo, the Buffalo Sabres announcer. Is he worse than John Sterling? That's what we have to try to figure out today.
Let's see.
cookies.
Top shelf?
Yeah.
I guess he scored up high in the net.
Yeah, that's a top shelf goal. But
top shelf where Mama hides the cookies.
Oh, we got Sterling's
He's ripping off Sterling.
Sterling's got some competition, Jimmy.
And away goes Hess with Briere. Hess and Briere, the pass to Briere. Briere stops, shoots, scores! The Cookie Monster strikes again. Top shelf, Buffalo wins it in overtime.
Now, it's not fair because hockey has a little more excitement to begin with.
This guy's a complete ass.
So we'll keep it.
I love him.
We'll keep it in mind, man.
Hold on. I love this guy.
Yeah.
He is a complete ass.
Rick Jeanneret.
Score!
Hopefully tomorrow we'll have Mike Lang clips from Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you at home this guy's a horrible bore. Like, even in bed, he's probably like, that's it. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Do that. Do it.
Done. All right.
Just like that.
Done.
Rogers starting right back to the Whalers line and over. Leaves it there to Mogilny. Flips it in front of the net. The shot. They score! La 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 Fontaine from Mogilny. And Buffalo takes a 2-1 lead.
God, do we have any clips?
Fontaine.
Do we have any clips from the last 2 decades, by the way?
Yeah, right? What the hell is that?
La 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 la. Fontaine's
playing golf.
Playing golf these days. Wow. Sterling might be out there, Jimmy. He might be out.
Yeah, this guy's awful.
Ledyard whips it up through center. LaFontaine's got a breakaway. Here's LaFontaine going right in on goal. He scores!
That organ.
Oh, 'tis the season. La 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 Fontaine.
Oh.
4-2 Buffalo.
Yeah, Sterling's got some competition in this guy.
Yeah, you know, we'll give Sterling another shot at this, but he might be losing. I think Rick Jeanneret is kicking his ass.
I don't know. They should
UFC style right now.
Oh. Shannon didn't shoot. Here it is to Wilson. Cleared in front to score! Mira Craig. The devil does it again.
Yes, Travis.
Yes, Travi.
That's funny because Satan's name is spelled like Satan.
Yeah.
So
what did he say?
The devil does it again.
That's right.
It's pronounced Satan.
But it's not really Satan.
No.
He doesn't shoot a goal and then take his corkscrew phallus and
no.
make women scream.
It's so hard to get skates for those hoof feet.
Cloven hooves.
Yeah.
And a helmet on over the horns.
Yes. How do you escape being hot all the time?
True,
just
yeah.
melt in the ice.
The ice would melt.
He's always in the penalty box for causing genocide.
Way to center ice. Here's LaFontaine to Mogilny. He's got a break. Mogilny shoots. Richter makes the save. He scores! I don't believe it. Another hat trick. Alexander the Great. Oh, is he a red hot Russian? And Buffalo leads at 6-2.
Red hot Russian. That's nice.
Last 3 are what? You could talk there. What's up?
The last 3 that I put on that CD, why they aren't bold, is they're more famous than they are wacky or funny.
What do you mean they're more famous?
Like the Mayday call when...
Oh, yeah.
And,
all right.
Get it to Presley, gets it again. Daw charging after it. Clear right out in front. Backhand by Hannon. He Dave Hannon is mobbed by his teammates. Dave Hannon finally put away the backhand. And this series is going back to where Jimmy Hoffa is. Back to the Meadowlands in New Jersey.
Hey, I like that.
That's funny.
I've never heard that call before.
Where Jimmy Hoffa is.
Good old Rick Jeanneret.
What does he know?
Is he still the announcer up there?
Huh? Is he? I really don't know. I'm not going to fake that one. Michelle in Buffalo, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that they actually have a compilation DVD of Rick Jeanneret.
Really?
Totally Rick Jeanneret. He's that awesome and he's that beloved in Buffalo.
How long has he been up there?
Oh, forever.
Like
I have
34
no
years.
idea.
Wow.
Well, he might be beating out our John Sterling, I'll tell you right now.
He calls the Sabres game.
Got him hands down.
Sabre games only?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Was he an ex-hockey player?
No.
Oh, Jeanneret sounds like a hockey name.
All right, Michelle, thank you.
No problem.
All right, very cool.
Get up to LaFontaine. He gets tripped up, gets it to May, and over the line. Here's May going in on goal. He shoots.
Hey, Bert in Philly, he writes, where does Mama hide her douches? Can we say that still?
Top
I don't
shelf?
know. I need one after listening to this dope. All right, we got one more from Rick Jeanneret, and then we'll see if anyone beats him out there.
Good luck.
Travis's collect. We'll explain what you need to do after this. Here's the last one.
Pominville into Ottawa territory. Pominville goes around Albertson, cuts in front, scores! Jason Pominville, short-handed. Oh, now do you believe? Now do you believe? These guys are good. Scary good.
Scary good.
All right.
He's full of energy. I'll give him that.
Yes.
34 years.
Yeah. He's the longest continuing hockey announcer out there.
Well,
how do you do that? I can't watch hockey, so I can't comprehend. It seems like a tough game to call, though.
You can watch it physically,
like it.
right?
No.
Oh, really?
No, my head always turns to the left. I don't know why. Score! And I'm always looking off at my grandmother's Afghan.
Okay, you physically can't watch it.
I love watching
it seems
hockey.
like a very difficult game to call because, like soccer, but hockey even seems like it's faster moving than soccer.
Hockey does seem very hard to call, especially a lot of action by the net. Forget about it. You got to know everyone's name.
This Frenchman passes to that Russian.
Yeah.
Who passes to that other guy who I can't see because he has a face mask on.
Yeah, the puck's moving around. It's like that is got to be the hardest sport to
You got some talented
announce.
guys. They do a really good job.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Travis is looking for more.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah. Travis is looking for more sports announcers
basketball.
from across America. So far, we've played John Sterling here in New York. We got Rick Jeanneret today from Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we'll have Mike Lang from Pittsburgh tomorrow. How do they get a hold of you with their sports clips there?
They can email me, and please include the audio, not just tell me where to find it, at Travis@FoundryMusic.com.
FOUNDRY music.com. FoundryMusic.com. Travis.
What a sweet boy's email.
Yeah.
Aww.
Whatever you do, though, when you send in the audio, don't send pictures of male genitals.
Thanks.
Just don't do that to Travis.
Yeah.
He doesn't enjoy it.
It's not
He
funny.
doesn't want to see it. It's not funny.
Right.
It won't make us all laugh hysterical when he opens an email and goes, oh.
And like when he says he wants to open and see some some audio or some video of the game, don't open it and have gay porn.
Don't do that. We're telling you now, do not do that because he doesn't like it. And it won't make us laugh at all.
It'll just bother him and make him feel dirty and soiled.
Right.
All right, let's go to Rob in Jersey. Rob, what's up?
What's up, ladies?
Hey.
Hey.
You can tell with the guy from Buffalo, there's a general excitedness and happiness in his voice, which is great. But Sterling, there's just such an air of douchiness, and the Yankees are so much better than everybody else. It just really gets on people's nerves.
What part of Boston you from?
Oh, he's from Jersey.
I'm kidding.
Jersey.
Oh. You might be a Met fan. Who knows?
I am a Mets fan, but I don't
Opie
like Gary
called
Cohen
it. Shut up,
either,
stupid.
Shut
I
up,
think Gary
stupid.
Cohen's a douche, too,
All right, very good.
Yeah.
That's out of here! Yeah,
is
that's a good call, but, the rest of
No, it's not. It's an awful call.
No, that's not an awful
It's
call.
out of here.
Give me let's play one more Sterling clip as we go to break. Thank you, Rob.
How about Burn
You're
Baby
welcome. It's
Burn?
out of here!
All right, and also
out of here.
Kevin from Connecticut. Is this true? The Pittsburgh Penguin guy, is that the Michael Lang, whatever? He was the one that came up with he beat him like a rented mule.
Oh yeah,
is he that guy? I want to hear some of his
He might have
stuff
stole
tomorrow.
that from a comic.
All right, here one more John Sterling calls. We got to break.
Stole it from a cowboy. How old is that saying? Come on.
Bill Risley warms in the bullpen. Mattingly swings and he hits a drive to deep right center. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Back to back. Belly to belly. John Mattingly homers in the right center field area. And the Yankees take a 3-2 lead.
How old is that clip?
Yeah, no kidding.
A back-to-back and a belly-to-belly.
I almost called him Dan Mattingly. Stupid ass. Stop being so caught up in your own call and get it right. Don Dan better. DeJuan Mattingly. Moron.
Hey, is Michael Chiklis here? On his way. Okay.
Where's the thing?
Michael Chiklis.
The thing.
We're going to talk to
the
thing.
The thing is coming. It's the thing.
This next Fantastic Four trailer looks really good, too,
Yeah.
man. The Silver Surfer, yeah.
Yeah, it's got
Yes.
got a bit of a buzz. I went and saw Knocked Up last night.
Yeah.
How was it? Was it funny?
It was all right. I turned to Lindsay, though. I'm like, why can't they just make a comedy where it's just funny from beginning to end without a serious tone to it, where they have to get something done? It's like, stop. I just want to laugh the whole time.
A lot of morality in movies, even
all of a sudden,
comedies.
it's like they go into serious mode, and the guy, whatever, I won't give stuff away. Like, you're going to see, a lot of people are seeing this
That's
movie.
why Something About Mary was loved and Borat was loved, because neither one of them tried to be too preachy. They just concentrated on being funny.
There was no message in Caddyshack.
Right.
No message.
That's the type of movies we want. We don't want, like, it's funny, it has potential, and then they have to get something done.
Yeah.
They have to get serious and try to get you to, like, get all teary-eyed in the theater for a little while, and then try to wrap it up with some more funny stuff. I was annoyed, because it followed the same formula as every other freaking comedy these days. And it had potential. It was good. There's some good stuff in there. But what's her name from Grey's Anatomy? Maybe you guys, maybe I should have had this conversation with you instead of with Lindsay at dinner, because she didn't really understand what I was getting at. But it's the chick from Grey's Anatomy. She's got huge boobs, right? Mm-hmm. And she's in this movie, and obviously she has a one-night stand. We all know that. And she gets knocked up, premise of the movie. Well, the scene where she's having the one-night stand, she's having sex with a bra on. And I'm like, that took me out of the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm complaining about
she wouldn't
this.
have that on.
And I just couldn't bond with my girlfriend. She's like, oh, you were bummed that you didn't get to see her boobs?
No, it's just unrealistic.
Well, it took me out of the movie because she has a really nice set, and then there were a few other sex scenes, and every sex scene she was in, she had a bra on.
Well, she must have said, yeah, no nude. I don't do nude.
And maybe I think about this stuff too much, but that's exactly, I'm like, oh, you're too good to get nude in a movie, even though you're playing kind of a slutty part?
Yeah.
So it kind of took me out, that just doesn't happen in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking, why wouldn't they? All right, she doesn't want to show her boobs, so why not film it differently, where maybe she is topless, but you don't see the boobs? But instead, it was a bra. It just didn't.
Is she still on Grey's Anatomy?
A little contract dispute. She wants a lot more money, and now that this movie's huge, she's going to get her way.
Maybe contractually she wasn't allowed to do certain things in movies.
I think she's just one of these actresses. Like, look, that's that's beneath me.
Doesn't want to end up on Celebrity Skin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show my boobs in the movie. I'll play a slut, but no. No, I'm going to have sex with, I'm going to be fully clothed, basically. Because that's what she was. She had the bra on, and then everything else was covered with, sheets and blankets.
Yeah.
But the lucky us, we got to see the fat dude's bare ass. So, there you go. That was a nice trade-off for everybody.
Wonderful.
Wait, what's it rated?
R.
Okay.
That's what made it weird, too, because, all right, our movie, you're playing a chick that had a one-night stand and got knocked up, and you're wearing a bra in the sex scenes. And I was trying to, explain my point of view to my girlfriend, and she's like, what, you're bummed you didn't get to see this girl naked? I'm like, no.
That's not the point.
It really wasn't the point. But there are things that happens in movies where it takes you out of the film, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It might be a little picky thing, but just something I noticed. But
I
the
thought
movie,
the same thing about the Dakota Fanning movie.
There you go. The movie's all right, but it follows the same stupid formula: funny, potential. All right, let's get
message.
Let's get the message in for whatever reason, I don't know,
right.
And then wrap it up nice in the end.
Hey, speaking of getting messages in,
what happened? Oh, all right. Well, I'm stalling because we're waiting for Michael Chiklis.
We have to break first.
All right, well, then point at E-Rock or something.
E-Rock, we got to take ourselves out. This is the program of Opie and Anthony, and hey, we'll be, whatever.
Up. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
I just got wild. I got wild. I just got wild. Oh, thank God for Opie and Anthony. Thank you, Opie and Anthony.
Get a wow sticker, get flashed, get happy. Details on it. God forbid we mention a website.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
What?
What happened?
Nothing. I was watching The Hills Have Eyes last night, and James Gumb was on there. and there's a scene in there where it's hysterical. He wrecks his truck, and his son-in-law asks him, "Can you fix it?" And he just looks at him like he's an idiot because the truck is totaled, and he goes, "What?" It's one of the best lines ever in a movie. I was cracking up.
It's Opie and Anthony. Speaking of lines and movies, Kevin from Connecticut, he goes, "No message in Caddyshack? What about Gunga de Gunga?"
Ah, true. Okay, that was the only serious moment.
All right, very
when
good.
He was talking about the Dalai Lama.
You are correct.
Yes.
By the way, coming soon to the Opie and Anthony and also coming soon to the show, we're trying to get a vegan chick.
Yeah.
A hot vegan chick to come in studio, and we want to rub all sorts of meat products all over her body for a good cause.
Yep.
But we want a hardcore vegan chick that is easy on the eyes.
She should be into it because it's for a charity.
Yeah,
it should be some kind of animal charity.
Yeah. Michael Chiklis is on his way up in the elevator. He pays a
Better be the turbo lift to the Enterprise because we're running out of show.
We are running out of show. He pays a stiff price for Buzz. Maybe we could get this in real fast. Story of the day. A Manhattan man is suing the maker of an energy drink that allegedly gave his manhood a most unwelcome boost. Christopher Woods, his name is Woods.
Stop it.
Was allegedly left with a painful erection. Hey, Michael Chiklis.
All right. Yes,
that's
painful.
That's what you get to hear. You walk in to hear erection on the radio. What's going on? We're in the middle of talking about this guy. He drank one of these energy drinks, and he had like an erection for 3 days. And his name is Christopher Woods. and he had to have it operated on. He had to have a what is it called? A stent?
A shunt.
A shunt
put in because it had to release and
this is a great way to start.
Yeah, hi, welcome to the program. Welcome.
See, we decided to go with some filler because you're a little late, and then you walk in the middle of our filler bit.
That's all right.
But really fast. So Woods, he drank this. It's called Boost Plus, a protein drink that comes in whatever.
What is there, Cialis in it? What's that about?
You would think.
Yeah,
but it's just some kind of those energy drinks that they show people drinking on the commercials, and it's supposed to give you some kind of energy. I never knew it did this, but apparently it does.
Yeah, the 29-year-old Harlem man awoke a day later with an unrelenting erection that, according to the lawsuit filed in Manhattan Supreme Court, needed to be treated with a shunt.
Oh my God!
You never want to shunt.
That's a fat girl with a hammer. Hi, Michael.
How you doing? Good to see you.
And then they really fast. Then that didn't help the situation. So then the arteries to his penis had to be clogged through.
Oh, it's all right.
Through some kind of procedure.
I'm here now.
To stop the flood of blood.
I'm here now.
The flow of blood. Excuse me.
I'm here now.
Enough of this story.
You've just made the stock for that company.
Yeah, I know. Now people are going to buy it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think people are going to buy it.
Yeah, that's true. It's a toss-up. Will it go up?
Yeah.
Michael, you're not going to remember. You're having an unbelievable career, and you're not going to remember this, but I got to say it. Anthony and I were first starting out in radio. We were out in L.A. at the Comedy Store. We worked together officially like a week. And we were really new to this business, and we interviewed you at the Comedy Store, and you were beyond cool to us.
That was a
and I never forgot it, because there were a lot of guys that were douches that day, because they realized we were very green and new to this, but you were really, really cool, and I never forgot that.
It was around the Oscars.
I'm glad to hear it.
And I know you don't remember us, and that's fine. You've probably done a million interviews, but it has to be said.
I remember that day, but it was a cluster. We went from didn't we go from
station to station
to station? That's right.
See, we're lucky we don't have to do those anymore.
There you go. Good, man.
And guess what?
Glad to see you guys are kicking ass.
Finally making it.
I love it.
Did you ever, when you were like a kid, you probably were reading Fantastic Four and that type of stuff, right? Like, I mean, everyone knew it. Did you ever look at the thing and go, "Yeah, I'll be him someday"?
No, no. But
you didn't even read the comic. Book.
No, I absolutely did. Yeah, I was the one out of the four of us that was actually a fan. I mean, I'm old enough to, I was 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. I was a fan of the comic, and then I got interested in girls, and it got put in its proper place.
Comic books.
No, but Len, I got to tell you what, man. You wouldn't Have you ever been to Comic-Con or any of these things?
We have a guy that we send. Yeah, this guy.
He's hardcore.
Big Kev. He comes back with some great video footage and stuff.
Who knew? I never knew. It was the most eye-opening experience. I got out of the limo, and there's 12 Imperial stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And I mean, so good. The costumes they put together, they could have been in the flick. I was like, wow. And a guy, he had to be 40-something years old, dressed as the Thing of his own fruition. I mean, like he did it to himself. Which I would never do.
Yeah, you were getting paid for it, and I heard it was quite the process.
And it was hellish. It's always, the costume's never going to be easy. It's never going to be. Although I'll tell you what, it was 100 times easier this time, the second time, than it was the first
they figured it out a little bit better?
Absolutely. It was,
first time, it's just like, hey, let's throw this stuff on you, and it weighs 100 pounds or
it was
200 pounds.
65 pounds of latex. Once they glued me into it, I was in for 12 and a half hours.
How many hours is that? Egg in there.
Is it claustrophobic?
Yeah, and I'm not a claustrophobe,
but it got
the
you a little
problem
bit?
is when you glue 60 pounds of latex on your body, there's nowhere for the heat to go. It just your body temperature rises exponentially, and and sitting in your own sweat for 12 hours. I don't want to talk about this anymore because people are going to think of me and go, "Ooh."
Wait, how long a day to get into it and out of it? Like Michael Jackson, I think when he was said it took 6 hours a day to do his makeup when he was doing that whatever stupid video that was.
Thriller.
Yeah, with the thing. How long?
Nice current reference.
I'm trying to think of somebody.
No
who
one's put on any makeup. No one's put on makeup since Thriller.
Right.
And the Fantastic Four.
All right, Diane Sawyer to look like she's under 75.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first one, it took about 3.5 hours to put my face and head on alone. So it was arduous.
What do you do as they're doing that? What do you just
try to sleep? Well, actually, the first one, it was the Boston Red Sox that got me through it because it was 2004. And it was during the playoffs.
I don't remember that. What happened?
I don't know. I blacked out too.
I don't remember that at all.
3-0. Lose 4-3.
Yeah, you guys did black out.
We blacked out, and apparently so did the Yankees.
Exactly.
What do you do? This is a childish question, but of course, like 60 pounds of latex. All right, it's all on. All right, you're finally in, and all of a sudden you got to go to the bathroom. I mean, is there an allowance for that, or are you just kind of screwed for the rest of the day?
I was screwed for the rest of the day, and what I had to do was I had to. A lot of penis talk this morning. I mean, the guy with the erection and now me with voiding myself before work.
Yeah.
You just had to, void.
Snip a little hole in the big toe of the suit and just let it run out.
No, well, the interesting thing is, when you go jogging, you don't ever feel the need to go to the bathroom because you're sweating.
Right.
It was kind of like that, where all my body water was going onto my body. I was sweating so much that I didn't need to pee in the course of the day, and that was unhealthful too. Because 12 hours a day, you're supposed to flush certain.
Did you lose a lot of weight?
Now everybody's just going to be like,
watch the movie.
They're going to look at me and they're going to shake their head.
I bet he's sweating in that suit.
This is good. This is just as hot as talking to Jessica Alba.
Exactly.
I mean,
I would ask her the same question.
No, but this is why we suck, man.
Jessica, do you get
Alba,
sweaty?
And we love you, Michael. We are big fans of you.
Thanks,
but I see Jessica Alba doing interviews for this movie everywhere except our show.
Well,
they're keeping her away from.
There's
our
a reason
show.
Because you go with that story about the guy when Michael's sitting down.
Yeah.
I walk in and I hear him.
Actually, one of our guys was told to take his arm off Jessica Alba last time we ran into you guys.
Poe put his sweaty armpit, one of the security guys, his sweaty armpit on her shoulder. And we were just like, oh, my God.
And they were
and she was like, what are you, the Thing?
Yeah, what are you wearing, a suit? What is that, latex? We spoke to you when, I guess, the commish was on.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And,
wow.
a while ago.
Years ago.
That was the last time we talked. But I brought up, I remember that, and I brought up the fact that after you did the Belushi movie, so many people were saying, boy, this guy's career in Hollywood is
done.
over.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah.
And I wonder how that's got to feel for you to be able to kind of, even if you're a humble guy, to go, hey, up yours. Look what's
going on now.
Then you had, The Shield, which was it's a hugely popular show. Broke a lot of ground with that show too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it must be nice.
Quietly, peacefully,
Mm-hmm.
in the hours at home by myself with my wife. It's vindicating. No question. It was a scary time, to be 23 and do your first movie and have people go, "You're done."
That's it. You're done in this town.
You go,
you'll never work again.
What?
Michael Chiklis does not get that picture.
I'm sure it went just like that. No, listen. I'm glad that my instinct back then wasn't to fight anybody. Wasn't to lash back or, because I knew I couldn't win. I didn't come from means any money or anything, so I didn't have any.
And you're offered a part like that, especially so young and new in the business.
Yeah.
It seems like, God, I really want to take this. I want the work. I want to get my name out there.
Well, yeah, and I think ultimately that's one of the things that saved me is that, at first there was misplaced aggression, and then, as people, as time went on, people got over it and moved on. And you know what? He was just a kid at the time, telling people what the specials were that evening. What was he going to do? Say, no, I'm not. No,
yeah, I'm not going to do it.
No, damn it, I'm not taking that.
Yeah.
Major movie.
I want to be an actor.
I'm going to do an independent film.
Yeah, exactly.
In Turkey.
So they got it. Exactly.
That's good. Yeah. And then I hate jumping around here, but we're running out of time.
Damn it.
The Shield was pretty much the first show that really broke that boundary on even a cable channel where you tuned in and watched and people went, what the hell did he just say? And you're like going, wait a minute, what did I just hear?
Hey, listen,
were you surprised when you read the scripts and said, is this going on television?
My biggest thing with doing it was, the first thing I said was, first of all, what is FX?
Right.
I didn't know who they were, never heard of them. So I was knocked out by the script. It was the best pilot I had ever read. And I said to them, guys, are we going to make this script really, really, really? Because, I don't want to come on to set the first day and get the pink pages and it's like
we got to calm this one down
and everything is out of here. If you sterilize it, it'll kill this thing.
That was a good take. Now let's do this one for safety.
Yeah.
And it's just
you have been on sets.
I've heard from Jimmy and they say do it for safety. That's the one they're using.
No, this sucks.
And they're taking the good one, throwing it out and using the sucky wussy down one.
You mean ruin it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you a brutal one for safety, so if you have to use one.
Right.
Hey, they're going to...
So that's great that
in any case, Peter Liguori and Kevin Riley at the time were the presidents of FX, and they were incredibly courageous. They said, no, man.
Absolutely, we were, man.
They didn't cut a word, nothing. It was unbelievable.
It got heads turning, and I think that's what kicked it off, where shows like Rescue Me and other shows really started picking up and saying, hey, if this show can be successful like this, we can get more of a realism and grit into a show.
Well, their whole thing was, look, there's a void between premium cable and
network television,
in basic cable, and we want to basically go for the HBO of basic cable, the poor man's HBO, if you will, but we want to be as good as them. We want to put out stuff that's eye to eye with them. Can we do that? And it was sort of left to us to try to do that. And we feel really good about the result.
Yeah, it's just more realism. People in that situation, they would talk like that. That's how the language would go. I hate when you watch a show on network television. You're like, oh, God.
Hey, imagine acting in it when you kind of, and you have to say, dirt bag. You're like, what?
They're going to cut us off. Fantastic Four, we got to get the plug in.
June 15th at a theater near you. Let me tell you what.
What can we expect from
Fantastic Four? Listen, if you're a fan of the Fantastic Four, you're going to love this because we got the Silver Surfer now. These guys from Weta did the special effects. It's huge. It really is
There's the Lord of the Rings guys.
Yeah, incredible visual effects. It really is stunning. You do end up going, wow, out loud.
You're going to see a big difference from the first one as far as the special effects go?
Yes, absolutely, because that was handled by 4 different special effects houses, and that gets kind of confusing. And I mean, these guys brought it all into one roof, and they were incredible.
The trailer looks amazing. I don't even see that many, comic book movies, and this one I want to see because the trailer looks cool.
Yeah, you went, wow, right?
Did you spend time in
whacking those missiles out of the way?
Did you spend time in New Zealand?
No.
When they did that?
No,
No?
not at all. They came to us, and
wow.
we shot this up in Vancouver, Canada again.
Yeah.
But and we have Jessica Alba.
Just tell everyone that she's totally nude in the new movie. Just lie. Just who cares?
Well, she is actually.
Right,
At one point.
There you go.
But what you see may vary.
We wish you got here earlier, man. We're big fans, but they're going to shut us off here. So, Fantastic Four, June 15th.
Yeah.
And another season of The Shield.
We're just about to start shooting it June 18th.
How many seasons is that for The Shield?
7.
Wow. Commish?
4.5.
Oh, almost 12 years on television.
God, that failed career of yours. My God. Blockbuster movies.
Thanks, guys.
Right. Michael Chiklis.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, we're out of here. They're going to cut us off. It's Opie and Anthony. We'll see you tomorrow.